Monday Juma here for the Man United agenda, and big up to everyone on the Stretford Paddock. Yes, we're playing Newcastle today. It's going to be a tough game. Newcastle got a lot to play for. I mean, they can get in the top four, and a win today against their rivals for the top four will be massive for them. Obviously, we beat them in the cup final as well, so they're going to be on it. They want some payback. I think we're going to be under a lot of pressure today, but I think we can be conservative and get a good result. I'm looking for a 1-0 win away from home against a tough Newcastle side. I know we've got issues with Casemiro out and our midfield, Eriksen's out, but I hear Martial's coming back and Sabitzer hopefully will be available, so that can give us a bit more strength in midfield. And McTominay, if he can transfer his international form into the domestic form, maybe he can do the business as well, because I know there's a few doubters about him, but I think he's a top player. But I think we can win 1-0 today away from home.
What's happening, Paddock? Sam here from Real Reds. As always, here with my score prediction. I'm going for 2-1 Manchester United. I think we just get over the line, maybe a substitution goal off the bench from the likes of a Martial or a Palestri, something like that. But I think it's going to be 1-1. It's going to be a tight game. But substitution, get a goal, and we'll just scrape past for this win. A lot of big games coming up. So make sure to check out Real Reds, and appreciate Jay for coming on the channel recently.
Manchester United taking on Newcastle. This game is very important, of course, for that top four race. I do hope to see Martial back in that starting lineup. Obviously, he's had a long layoff, but it'll be important to ease that attacking burden off Marcus Rashford. And we know that Newcastle are very stubborn to break down. So hopefully those two can cause a bit of havoc. And I know we have a whole heap of options to choose from in midfield, but I wouldn't mind seeing Scott McTominay in there, having just scored a brace as well for Scotland. Now, for my prediction, I'm going to go for a 3-1 win for United.
Hi, Solo from the Man United agenda. I'm here to give you my score prediction for Newcastle United versus Manchester United. I think Martial will be a key benefactor to us. I think Waghorse has served his purpose and he's done well with the way he plays football, very unselfishly. But I'm going to go in, I'm going to say a Man United to win 2-1, and come on, Erik Ten Hag, Red Army. Make sure, guys, you're liking, sharing and subscribing to the Paddock. Thank you.
Ross Murphy, my Paddock matchday prediction. International break is over. Manchester United back in the Premier League against Newcastle at St James's Park. And United, I'm expecting a strong defence of Shaw, Varane, Martinez and Wan-Bissaka, and probably the similar attackers we always seen of Anthony, Rashford, Bruno Fernandes and Wout Weghorst. So United go toe-to-toe with Newcastle. We know St James's Park is going to be firing at times. It is a big atmosphere, tough place to go, but hopefully we get the result and we cement our place in the top four. My score prediction for the game, it's going to be a tough game, but I'm going to go for a 2-1 Manchester United win. Make sure you like, share and subscribe to Stretford Paddock, and as always, come on United.
Andy Tate, full-time Devils. Stretford Paddock. We are playing Newcastle up at St James's Park this afternoon in a top four showdown for Champions League points. And we go there, a few injuries, a few suspensions, but I still believe we're well equipped to handle a Newcastle side who've only lost, I think, was it 3 times in the league this season? 3 times. So yeah, I think we've got more than enough in the tank to see this off. And they'll be gunning for a League Cup final victory. But it's about the points today. And I say, players back, Rashford on fire. Take a break in New York, lad. Balls to Gareth Southgate and the media. So United is more important. And let's just get that 3 points today. With hopefully Martial coming back as well. Good strong back line. Midfield minus Casemiro. Who's going to pick? Who's going to play? I don't know. Sancho getting in the squad as well. Come on. Let's have a fresh run in now. Can finish the season unbeaten. And let's see where we go. I'm going for 2-1 for Manchester United. And Ant Deck. Bite that Grove, lad.
Paddock match day, not chair. And after that harrowing, macabre and unadulterated horror show that was the international break, you know, because Italy lost to Southgate. Mannaggia miseria, puttana la madonna. We return to the earth, wind and fire of... where the only United in football lock horns again with Newcastle. And also the latest episode in the current series of... No, Casemiro! But maybe our Scottish-Spanish conquest guy will fill in. And if that Fulham game is anything to go by, I hope our players just ask the ref not to send anyone off from Newcastle. That way we won't risk being fined for failing to control our players. Now, Newcastle, they're still fighting for 4th spot, and we have to go to Newcastle and get something. And I tell you, I will love it if we win 1-0 with a goal from Sancho. Love it. This doesn't work without a perm. Trust the Notchster.
Hello and welcome to Stretford Paddock. This is the watch-along for Manchester United versus Newcastle United at St James's Park. Big game today. Somehow, if Newcastle win, they go above Man United, despite the fact that in my mind, they haven't won a game since about the World Cup ended. However, if Newcastle win, they go above Man United. If Man United win, we almost certainly cement 4th place. Massive game. Huge game. And today we've got an absolute world-class lineup. For the watch-along, we'll have me, we'll have Jay Motti, we'll have Ethan James, and we'll have this man right here, we'll have Scotty as well. But for now, it's just me and you.
Yeah.
We're here to chat. Ethan's going to come and join us. Jay's slightly late because he's at a market, I believe, which is an interesting thing to be at. However, Scotty, how you doing, mate? Big game today. Proper football is back. We're going to talk about Liverpool. We're going to talk about Brendan Rodgers. We're going to talk about what the hell's going on at Chelsea. But before that, how excited are you for this game? Because you just said it to me then. If Newcastle win, they go above us. It feels like, how has that crept up on us?
Yeah, I didn't realise the sort of significance. I didn't realise it was as important a game as it looks on paper, really. Can't believe that they've got a better 14-goal difference than us this season.
Yeah.
I think we're +6 and they're +20.
Yep.
But they're sort of going under the radar. You made a point there that it looked like Newcastle hadn't really been winning games after Christmas. I think they beat Nottingham Forest and they've beaten Wolves. It just shows how well they're playing this season. You've got to wonder whether they're up for revenge after the Carabao Cup final.
Yeah.
I think the issue in that game for them was scoring goals. If they could put it in the back of the net, you know what I mean? I think they had a lot of possession, but didn't really know if it had anything to do in the 18-yard box. But yeah, it's a big game, and especially after the back of international football as well, which seems to have gone on for months.
Yeah.
You know, but looking at the lineup there, it's interesting with the midfield, isn't it? With Sabitzer, Fernandes and McTominay after his successful demolishing of the Spanish.
Yeah, well, let's go through the full lineup then. So you've got David De Gea, we've got Dalot, Varane, Martinez and Shaw. That's sort of first choice back five there, isn't it? Then into the midfield where, interestingly, despite there being a lot of changes and Casemiro's and Eriksen's out and, you know, people unavailable, that looks like quite a strong midfield to me. You've got McTominay, Sabitzer and Fernandes. Then a front three of Rashford, Antony and Weghorst. Interestingly though, Anthony Martial back on the bench, back in the matchday squad, I think for the first time since the City game at Old Trafford. What do you make of that lineup generally? The back five, I guess you're relatively comfortable with. How do you see that front six? Because McTominay, he's had a couple of good games for Scotland, obviously 4 goals in those 2 games, 2 against Spain. But I think for United this season, he's looked a little bit, I wouldn't say lost, I think that's slightly unfair, but at times maybe unsure of where he's supposed to be and what his role kind of is in that team. But do you like the look of that front three, or front six, should I say?
Front six, yeah, there's definitely goals in it, isn't there? And you'd think with McTominay's performances in the international break that he'll bring that form into United. And I always think with the likes of Casemiro not being able to play, it gives opportunity for the players like Sabitzer or McTominay to try and establish breaking into that first 11. I think McTominay had a decent run. I think it was just before the first time we played City this season. Yes. And then Ten Hag's quite, if people are playing well, he's willing to give them a run in the team. And I think he had a shock and then he got pulled back out. But I think it's a big season for McTominay at Manchester United as to whether he actually continues at Old Trafford. The form this season wouldn't dictate that he is, so it's a huge game for him. But there's goals in there. I'm happy for Weghorst to continue his place. I think Ten Hag was praising him earlier on this week about how United's form post-Christmas, he's played nearly every single game what United have won. I think there's one game we've lost that he was in. Rashford's had the break during the international break, been over to New York, bit of shopping, hopefully he's come back to get bags of goals.
Nice. Just on Ten Hag then, so we've got a couple of those quotes that he was saying about Weghorst, because he's one of those players where, on one hand, you look at the numbers, 2 goals in 19 games, that is not good enough for United. So instinctively you go, well, get rid of him. But then on the other hand, you look at what Ten Hag's saying, and of course he's not going to slag off a current United player, whether he considers extending the deal or not. But you think, if you're that bad, you can't be part of a team that loses 2 in 22. Do you know what I mean? Like, if the team, like you say, well, people will say, Dallo isn't good enough, or De Gea isn't good enough, or McTominay isn't good enough, or Weghorst isn't good enough, or Antony isn't good enough. But you can't have 7 players in a team that aren't good enough and barely ever lose.
Yeah.
Like, at some point you have to go, yes, he's not scoring many goals, but he's clearly effective, he's clearly helping the team, and that's kind of what Ten Hag's saying. So he said, whether he was asked about whether he could stay next season, of course he could stay. I think he's doing a lot of elements really well. He said he's doing a really good job for us. He's a leader of our press and links up really well. He makes good movements and makes space for others, and he's good in set plays. He's really contributing to this team. He goes on to say as well, I think since the World Cup we've played 25 games and lost 2. That's what I was just saying before. He has played almost all the games, so he's really part of the success, which is weird, isn't it? Because it's hard to kind of quantify a striker's involvement in a game that he doesn't score in. Because we're so used to, I know, stats are sort of coming up and, the eye test and all that, but you're so used to judging strikers on goals and nothing else really, that when a striker isn't scoring, but you're winning, it's hard to, where do I put that in my brain? Is he playing well or is he not playing well? Do you tell me, like, what's going on?
It's some way sort of the opposite of Haaland, isn't it? If Haaland isn't scoring goals, he goes missing in games, whereas Weghorst doesn't score the goals, but I think he does play a massive part in terms of breaking down play and helping with the press. I've been mightily impressed with him, and I was wrong when he first joined. I thought it was just another sort of Igalo signing from the Glazers, little cheap deal at January to keep the fans tied over that we were doing something. But I've been mightily impressed with him. We can look at strikers as being goal scorers because that's what you expect them to be brought in to do.
Yeah.
But I think when you look at where his position there, if he was brought back deep, if he looked on the lineup and he was playing like where Fernandes was, then it'd be more sort of obvious as to what he was contributing rather than scoring the goals. It wouldn't have the focus that he should be banging him in. But I'd be hugely impressed with him, and I'd be happy to keep him ahead of Martial next season.
Really?
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, well, you look at Martial this season or last season, as I'd say Weghorst has probably done more minus the goals.
Yeah, which is weird, isn't it? Because you think, well, goals mean more, but then they don't all, winning games is the thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'd be happy for United to win the treble, scoring 45 goals. What was it, the AC Milan team in 1993? They won a 38-game league season with 40 goals. Yeah. So it's like, I don't care how many goals we score.
As long as you're winning the games.
Yeah. But
Martial goes missing far too often for my liking in games, whereas you see Weghorst, he might not be scoring, but he's always running around and trying to get involved in the play. If Martial's not having a great game, he becomes a sort of dead weight, and I think that's what you're making the reference to before. You can't really be carrying players in a team that has the ambitions or wants, what we want to do.
And I think in an ideal world, obviously, you have both. You have a player, you look at some of the great Premier League, you look at Rooney, or you look at, let's say, Aguero or Henry, or, looking around the top teams, Drogba. You have players who, maybe Drogba's not the best example, but he still was very good link-up play. It wasn't. You need a player that can score you 20-plus goals a season and can also link the play up.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate that we're in a position where it's either Martial, who is good on the ball, can finish, he's got a bit of pace, can touch, good touch, can go past people, but then doesn't get involved in the rest of things very well. Or you got Weghorst, who's a great worker, but never scores any goals. United are a big enough club where we should expect both. We should expect a Benzema. We should expect a Lewandowski. We're of that size. It's not like we're, no offence to Newcastle, but even they've got Isaac, who, when he's fit, can kind of do a little bit of both. I just think whoever it is, whether it's Martial or Weghorst, I don't expect them both to be here next season. Whichever one is here, and this might be a bit cruel, I hope they're the backup. I hope there is someone above them both.
Oh yeah, we can't be going into next season with the hopes of going on for winning a league or a Champions League, or moving on from what we achieved this season with Weghorst being the sort of leading the line.
No.
I think the problem is that many people thought Weghorst was going to be a number 9, and because of the formation we play, it looks like that, but he's more of a number 10.
Yeah,
and he reminds me very much like Fellaini.
Yeah,
that sort of mould of player, which it's not beautiful football, but he breaks up stuff, and I think he's an important part of this Manchester United team at the moment.
Yeah, definitely. Rashford, obviously, the key man going forward. I can't tell what's going on here because Southgate, the way Southgate spoke was like, I know for certain that Marcus Rashford is faking it. Basically, wasn't it? Like, well, how can I miss him if he's never here? Like some sort of jilted boyfriend who's like, well, she don't love me anyway, don't care, don't love her. But then there was like, I don't know if it was United sort of playing into it and like, oh, Rashford's back in training on social media and everyone was like, ooh. But then there was talks like he might not play today. So do you think he's been fit the whole time and it's all kind of a bit of a ruse to keep Southgate off his back? Do you think he's actually been injured? Like, if he's been fit the whole time, why has there been this conversation about it might not start? Do you know what I mean? Like, what
I don't know. I think he probably could have gone to the England camp. But given how he was treated with the minutes that he got at the World Cup, I can understand why he wouldn't be rushing to do that. I think United will always be Marcus Rashford's priority, and looking at the end of the games and the seasons. And the man must be knackered as well. He's been, we've got great players, but for the goals, he's been carrying that team. We were talking before about how many more goals Newcastle have scored. If we take Marcus Rashford out of that Manchester United team this season, where are we in the league?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I prefer like the sort of dark art. So if Ten Hag's pulled him and said, "Listen, go on a break and pretend you've like got an ingrown toenail and you have a couple of weeks off," I'm here for it. I've got no love lost between me and the national team.
No, fair enough. Emma Kay says Southgate needs to shut up. Rashford literally playing injured for England. Yeah, he did. Yeah, I don't know. I agree. I absolutely agree. Apna Bidu says Weghorst will be a useful squad player. That's it. Let's replace Martial with a permanent number 9. Certain players, like you mentioned about McTominay and whether he'll be here next season, Martial, whether he'll be here next season. Do you think there's some players that are almost victim to the fact that they're actually might be worth a little bit of money? So like Maguire's another one who, I mean, he's the captain and you can't be a sub every week if you're the captain. That makes sense that he'd want to go, but you probably get 30 million for him or more.
Yeah, I mean,
McTominay's another one. I don't think you get 30 million for Fred, but you might get 25, 30 million for, or maybe not 30. You might get 20 million for McTominay. The same with Martial, where we ain't got anyone else you can sell, so we might as well get Weghorst for 5 million and sell Martial for 20. Like, it's almost victim of the fact that someone might actually buy him.
Yeah.
Because we've got too many players where you couldn't get any money for them, so they've got to stay almost.
Yeah, and the thing is, if you've got players that have got value that are going to bring money into the club, that means that they've got years ahead of them in terms of playing football, really. If you look at someone like Fred, you said you wouldn't get 30 million for. I think Fred turned 30 this year. So it's players like McTominay, but it's what their ambition is as a player. Do they want to try and fight out at Manchester United? And a lot of it will be dictated by who these new owners are, because I think whoever comes in the summer, I think they're going to want to make a statement in the transfer market.
You think so? You'd hope so.
Yeah.
I can't believe Fred's 30. He turned 30 last month. That's insane, isn't it?
Yeah.
He doesn't. It's because I know he's been here for 5 years and he wasn't that young when we signed him, but because he plays quite sort of naively at times, you sort of think, well, he must be young. He'll grow out.
Yeah.
But he just ain't growing out of it, is he? Like,
no,
he still just sprints at the ball. And
he enjoys himself, doesn't he? He runs around. I mean, I know he's like he's a bit Marmite for United fans, but he runs around and looks like he's enjoying the game like a young kid on the football pitch. And I know he's guilty of mistakes and stuff. But yeah, 30, we're not going to get. There's not much sell on value for. What did we pay 50 million for him?
50 million.
He's got better, and that just shows how bad he was when he first started.
I think as well in 2018, I know 50 million was still like, it wasn't like world record money. But 50 million quid in 2018 as well. That's probably like the equivalent of spending like 70 million on him now. That's insane that we paid that in it. Like, he's all right, but like his flaws are so obvious and have never got any better.
No.
It's insane that Shakhtar got 50 million quid for him. I mean, fair play to him.
So some of the goals he used to score for Shakhtar, though, like for amazing free kick taker when he was playing more up front for Shakhtar. I mean, it probably says more about that league than it does.
It doesn't make sense, though, does it? Because I've seen him shoot. And he might be the worst shot taker I've ever seen as a professional footballer.
What's his goals like this season?
Unbelievable. He's got like 7 goals. I don't know how he does it.
He's got to be up there in the top 5 Man United goal scorers this season.
Yeah, he's got like, let me have a look. I'll just get his stats up now. He's actually scored 6 goals and got 5 assists. Can't argue with that.
Yeah, we'll compare that to a McTominay this season.
Yeah, far less. I mean, he's got almost that for Scotland, but not for United. Navoma, welcome to the Academy. Sam Peacham, welcome to the Academy. If you are an Academy or if you're any sort of member, for the match review today, after the game, we'll be doing player ratings where you can put your ratings into our live review. Go to matchratings.io. We'll get a link in the description, if we can stick that in, Ethan. Matchratings.io. And if you're a member, there will be a little code in our community section where you can join, you can test it out, and we will be going through the match ratings of all the different players. So you go in, you think Dallo, 8 out of 10. He scored a hat-trick, so he must be an 8 out of 10. And we'll go through those in the review. So it's just for members only for now, just because we're testing it out, still sort of building the platform. But if you are a member of the channel, make sure you check out the community section now, because there's a link there, and you can find out all you need to know about that for the post-match review. So check that out. Newcastle. Like we said, somehow they've snuck up where, after the League Cup final, everyone went, that's their top 4 push done. Because they didn't win a game for a while. I think after that game it was no wins in 5 for Newcastle. They've then just won those last 2 games for the international break. And as we said now, they're 2 points behind Tottenham, having played 2 games less. They are 4 points ahead of Liverpool. Sorry, 5 points ahead of Liverpool. And Liverpool have played a game more. They are 6 points ahead of Brighton on the same games. Like, all of a sudden, Newcastle, if it was anyone other than Newcastle United on the badge, you would say we're probably favourites to get that last top 4 spot. Yeah. It's mad how that's turned around, isn't it? How, 3 weeks ago, if you'd have asked you said, they might finish 8th now. Whereas now you look, they could have a big push to the end of the season, because Tottenham have just sacked their manager as well, so who knows what will go on there.
Certainly. And I think that the leading up to the Carabao Cup, I think them getting beat was a continuation of the form from then. I think they've turned it round. So I think we've got a real difficult game on our hands today. I really think that they'll be up for it. Yeah,
and we'll be getting Newcastle fan Ethan in very soon. How long are we looking, Ethan?
Not too long, Joe.
Oh, not too long, Joe, he says. Like, I can't handle the numbers because I'll get too upset. Like, we go, are we nearly there yet? Yeah. Not long. And you're looking like 2 hours, 48 minutes on the sat-nav. You're like, just go back to sleep. Thanks, Ethan, for the detailed info there. Let's just go through this team again for anyone who's just joined us. David De Gea, Dalot, Varane, Martinez and Shaw, McTominay, Sabitzer, Fernandes, Rashford, Weghorst, Anthony. Sabitzer, we've talked about Weghorst. The other loanee. Sabitzer, again, another one who's, it sounds like his camp or him and whoever is sort of briefed that they'd quite like to stay next season. Do you see that happening? Would you like that to happen? Have you been impressed by him? What do you make of him?
I think he's a decent player, and he's got a good pass on the ball, but I've not seen enough to sort of, it depends on the fee, and if we're going out there in the summer, we've got more money to spend. But as a squad player, if we are getting rid of the likes of McTominay, they'll probably want to keep us a bit, so he's more like European experience and stuff. But he's been a good addition, but I've not seen enough that to set the world alight.
Yeah, I think he's good.
He's good, you know?
Yeah, I feel like he could be a good player for a team that's winning trophies, though. I don't think he'll hold us back from winning, maybe not the Premier League, because obviously you have to be amazing to do that, but I think you can consistently be challenging for trophies with a player like him in that kind of midfield rotation.
He's less prone to errors when you're looking at the Mac-Fred duo. So and I think that's something that's vital in there. But we've got likes of Eriksen coming back as well.
I know, I was hoping to see him on the bench today, but obviously it's a little bit too soon. But he's back in training. I think he's back in full training as well now, isn't he? So hopefully we'll see him in the next week. But that's good, because you almost forget, like, he had the second most assists in the league when he got injured. Like, that sort of crept up,
how ridiculous it was. You had people like Danny Murphy writing Eriksen off at the beginning of the season, saying if you're a United fans, you should be underwhelmed by a player like that. But he's been absolutely brilliant on a free.
Eriksen has been better this season than Danny Murphy has ever been. Danny Murphy was
the bar's low
a decent midfielder. But he always turned up against United though, didn't he? Which is annoying. But yeah, I think he's been fantastic. Like, just changed completely the way we could play out through the midfield. And it's unfortunate, like I keep saying this, and I'll say it again today, that starting 11 that you imagine in your head as our first choice 11 of De Gea, Dalot, Varane, Martinez, Shaw, Casemiro, Eriksen, Fernandes, Anthony, Rashford, Martial, has never started together this season.
Really?
It's never started together ever.
Yeah.
Like, not once.
Martial would be the weak link in that. If you were to do an 11, then you could change one player. If that's our strongest, it would be Martial, wouldn't it?
You'd like someone in there who's guaranteed to get you minimum 15 goals a season, wouldn't you? But just that one of you think, well, Martial's looked good when he's played, and he looked good in pre-season and all that, but they've never played together.
No.
So we need some sort of consistency there.
What do you think of Ten Hag's rotation? I think this year we got a minimum of 61 games. I think that could be more than anyone's going to play this season. What do you think of Ten Hag's and his rotation policy? Because I read some critics before the international break saying that he's sticking too strong to one lineup all the time.
Yeah, but there's certain players you can't rotate Rashford. Like, unless we've won a tie, you can't rest him, because how else are we going to win? Like, it's unfortunate that, like, literally, you can't rest Rashford. I think Bruno's of a similar case where he's never injured, so why rest him? And also, we're not as good when he doesn't play.
Yeah.
So why rest him? But people like Varane have had, I think certain players have had really good rotation. I think Luke Shaw's had good rotation. I think Varane's been handled really well. You look through the rest of the team, and Anthony's had time in and out. Sancho obviously has had long periods off. I think there's a couple of players where unfortunately we rely on them too much. Vegas is entering that territory now as well, where we've had no other option, so he's had to play every week.
Yeah.
But yeah, Rashford and Bruno are the only two where you could even question it, I think. The rest of them, Martinez, when he came back from the World Cup, had like 2 extra weeks off.
It's quite interesting when you look at where we were sort of, our downfall last year was our defensive line, but this year in terms of rotation, it's been the back four that's rotated probably more than anywhere across the pitch.
Well, you got Dalot and Wan-Bissaka, who, depending on which part of the season we've been in, one's been out of form, one's been in form, and they both look sort of all right. Varane, like I said, he gets a break every time there's an international break now, which is obviously good, and also has had rotation. Every time we've been up in a tie, he doesn't play the next one. He didn't play the other day, and yeah, because we've got Malacia, Luke Shaw can have a break when he needs it. I think. What's he meant to do?
I know,
Never play his best players because they might get injured. Well, don't play then.
And we don't have the luxury of having. If you look at the Man City team yesterday, like they could rotate. I think they're bringing on Silva in the 80th minute. You know what I mean? We don't have that.
But even them, they play Ake every week. They play Haaland every week. They play De Bruyne every week. They play all their best players every week. Everyone does. Wouldn't it be mental if Arsenal just didn't play any of their best players? Because rotation is giving players a rest in games you think you're going to win or ties you think you're going to win, and it does that. Everyone's got players who have played 30 to 40 games already this season. You have to have that if you're going to win games. You can't never play your best players because they might get injured, because you just end up not winning.
Yeah, I'm all for playing as the strongest 11 every single game, me, and just burn them all out.
Burn them out. Burn them out. Paul Gill, who's been a member for 5 months, says, good to see Joe and Scotty on the live show. Love the channel. See us winning 2-0. Up the Paddock and GGMU. We'll get into score predictions in a bit. Has the West Ham game finished yet? Full time 1-0? Yep. 1-0 to West Ham there. They're up to 14th. Wow. Heady heights of 14th.
Did you hear the philosophy of David Moyes in his press interview this week?
No, I missed that.
Football is about, you've got to score goals and not concede them. Deep. Looks like that worked today.
I'm struggling to get my head around that. Sorry, say that again.
You've got to score goals and not concede them.
Wait, so if you score and they don't, then you win?
Yeah.
How does he see it?
I don't know.
How does he find those angles that no one else is looking
Neo.
at? We're looking this way, and he's sort of got like a 360 angle on the whole footballing world,
Yeah, it was
hasn't
the biggest mistake when we got rid of him.
I can't believe we managed him to come in the first place.
Yeah.
Because with thoughts like that, I thought he'd be managing the World 11 by now. That's proper Michael Owen stuff.
I'm going to follow in the footsteps of Fergie. Do you know who I am?
Do you know? Right, here's one for you. Score goals and don't concede goals. Everyone stands up. Everyone around the world in unison. He's blown it wide open, guys. Unbelievable. Moisey only realised that after leaving United. Well, at least he learned something from the process. Do you know what I mean? One thing I learned at my time at United, you got to score goals, but... And here's something I overlooked at the time. You can't concede.
Was there anything that you enjoyed about the Moyes? Can you call it an era?
Yeah, I learned a lot about the face of David Moyes. I mean, I've spoken about this before, but the fact that he's the only person I've ever seen who, instead of having eyebrows, has just got a collection of wrinkles. I don't know if we can get a picture of David Moyes up, Ethan. If we can get a picture of David Moyes on the screen at some point that illustrates this, but he doesn't have eyebrows.
Okay.
And yeah, I can see you there. You're looking shocked.
Yeah.
There are no eyebrows there. It is just wrinkles that sort of are masquerading as eyebrows. I'm going to send you a picture, Ethan, if we can pop this in. And when you see it, you can't unsee it. Every time I look at his face, I go, there must be some eyebrows there, because every human I've ever met, unless they've sort of willingly got rid of them, has got some level of eyebrows. And no, it genuinely is just skin. And I can see your face. You don't believe me. Wait till this picture is on the screen and you will go, oh my God, there are no eyebrows. There's just wrinkles. Ethan, tell me when you're ready.
Right, okay, yeah.
We'll
do you mean like when my nanny used to always shave her eyebrows off and then she'd...
Yeah, so imagine
No, you used to line them, not shave them or pluck them or whatever.
Yeah, no, he ain't done that.
Right.
This is just God's work. This is nature at its finest. I think it's good. It's very, very streamlined. It takes him less time to get dry after the bath. How
long does it take you to dry your eyebrows?
Oh, you won't believe it. Hairdryer on him, curlers in him. Right, here's David Moyes. Again, just look at the eyebrows, or lack thereof. If we're ready, Ethan. Look at that. There is no brow. There is instead a collection of wrinkles masquerading as eyebrows.
Whoa.
You never knew that, did you?
I've never seen that before.
So that was something I got out of the David Moyes
You know when
era.
they do them adverts for like countries that have had droughts?
Yeah.
And they show the cracked land.
That's his
That's his eyebrow.
Famine relief.
Yeah,
up top. Party in the basement.
famine relief.
Someone says, I will never unsee that. How is it so wrinkled?
mad.
Genuinely don't know. And it's weird because it doesn't even look bad. If you told me this man doesn't have eyebrows, instead he's just got a load of wrinkles, I would think he must be unbearable to look at. But he just sort of looks like a normal bloke.
Like the remember the thing out of Fantastic Four? That's
Yeah.
a sort of like
Whereas-
like he's built out of fragments.
Yeah, like he's just a sort of geological wonder
Yeah.
rather than an actual man. So that's my favourite thing that I learned from the David Moyes era at Man United. What was yours?
That now.
Yeah.
I think that it was the comedy gold when he said to Rio Ferdinand that if you should watch videos of Phil Jagielka about how Phil defends.
Now, what I will say is there was a rumour that wasn't true, and for the sake of everyone, I have to believe that it wasn't, because that can't have happened, can it? Surely.
I'm just going to continue believing it was true.
Yeah, fair
it was par for the course. You know,
Yeah.
the evidence on the football pitch looked like a lot of them players didn't enjoy playing under David Moyes.
Yeah.
So,
Another manager that United were linked with after Solskjaer left, Brendan Rodgers, has left Leicester by mutual consent. Mutually agreed that he's getting sacked whether he likes it or not. Right, here's one thing we can agree on, Brendan. You're getting sacked. And he goes, do we have to agree? Yes. All right, mutual agreement then. I love that mutual agreement. I want someone to get sacked kicking and screaming against
I'm
their
not leaving.
will. Leaving, walking out the stadium with a cardboard box under their arm, spitting at the stadium. Fucking hell, this is what you get.
yeah.
Like that. Why does it always have to be by mutual agreement? What? No, he didn't want to leave.
It's because they don't want the embarrassment of saying that they got sacked from the job, is it? I mean, everybody knows that.
Yeah, I don't want that. I want someone to finally come. I think Jose could do it. Literally urinating on the training ground or something as he leaves. This isn't mutual consent. Yeah. This is dissent. That's what that is. But he's gone. Conte, Rodgers, they were sort of two of the top 5 names linked with United when it looked like Solskjaer was going to go and when he eventually did go. I feel a little bit sorry for Brendan Rodgers, can I say?
Yeah.
Because he overachieved with Leicester, or did very well with Leicester, won an FA Cup, challenged top 4, and then they didn't buy anyone. And then now he's got sacked because obviously no one's got any confidence. Morale is through the floor. He's overstayed his welcome. But he should have left 18 months ago, shouldn't he? Do you know, after they'd won that FA Cup, his stock was high. He could have got probably a Champions League job somewhere.
Yeah.
And instead he's stuck around and it's gone stale and it's all died. But do you feel like he's did a good job there, or do you just think,
I
I'm
think
glad
he
we
did a
didn't
good
get
job,
him?
but yeah, like you said, he stayed at 18 months far too long. But
Yeah.
I've always, not so much Brendan Rodgers, the man, but he's sort of like, for want of a better term, footballing philosopher. I've always liked the way he plays. You can't deny that Liverpool team that he managed, the football that they were playing, did big things at Celtic, and you can say several things about the Scottish League, what he did there. But when he's been out on the continent and learned his trade, and a lot of people were. One of my best mates wanted Brendan Rodgers to follow Solskjaer at the City at Old Trafford. I mean, it wasn't the choice I wanted, but
No.
You wouldn't have been surprised though. I don't think.
No, because like I said, he'd made. Did he win anything with Liverpool? And obviously he didn't win the league, but did he win the League Cup?
I
Didn't
don't
win anything.
think so.
But he'd done very well with Leicester. But I wonder, where does he go now? Because he was, like I said, 18 months ago.
Yeah.
You look at him as one of the most promising sort of. I know he's not a young manager, but he's a manager with plenty of years ahead of him in the country. And now he's just been sacked from a team fighting relegation. He's probably going to be going to. Well, maybe Chelsea, actually.
Well, it depends on the sort of context, isn't it? He got sacked, or the mutual consent he left was because that he got the best out of that bunch. I don't know where else he could take them.
But they're 19th in the league.
Yeah.
They're really bad. They're not just like mid-table struggling. They're literally might get relegated. So
do you think that sort of tarnishes him then moving forward into other clubs?
Oh, definitely. It's weird, isn't it? Because like I said, overall he's done a good job with Leicester. You can't say he hasn't. Winning a trophy with Leicester, you look at Tottenham, they would have taken those last 5 years, and he did it with Leicester.
Spurs haven't got a team.
That's
got
what
managers.
well, maybe there's an option, but I don't think he was bad. But you can't finish 19th. I know he hasn't finished, but he's finished his time there in 19th.
They do have good players in that Leicester team. They should be better than 19th.
Yeah.
But I think sometimes when it's them clubs that once you've lost morale in the players, then it's really hard to sort of get, to get them back on side.
Ross Murphy says, Leicester beat Spurs 4-1 not that long ago. Everyone beat Spurs 4-1. Everyone's got a time where they beat Spurs not that long ago. That's just who Spurs are.
Yeah.
They can beat you. But do you know you see those stats when United play people? Haven't lost away to X since 1971. Tottenham haven't got that stat with anyone. Tottenham have always lost to every team within the last 2 years. But they'll beat them every other year.
I'd say one of Spurs' greatest records is probably Man City at home.
Yeah, that's good. They've not conceded a goal at their new stadium to City yet.
Yeah.
But that'll go soon.
But that's and if you could get a trophy for that, Spurs fans would be happy.
They'd absolutely love it, wouldn't they? 25 minutes to go. Rumour is that Jay Motti is in the building. Ethan, what's going on? Where are you? 2 minutes now, so it's 16:06. By 16:08, Ethan will be here. We've got a young Justin Mottershead entering the building, but before that, I'll get to a super chat. This is so sad. Alexa, play Despacito. Says, I once broke my ex. Jesus. I once broke up with my ex-girlfriend and later found out that she had told her new boyfriend that it was a mutual agreement. So now those words always make me laugh. Broken up with my girlfriend by mutual agreement. Like it's Ancelotti leaving Chelsea. Yeah, it was a mutual agreement. That can't happen, can it?
No way. We both agree that it's not working out.
Actually,
I bet they're still friends.
I've broken up with someone via mutual agreement. We're both like, yeah, this isn't working, is it? And we actually did broke up.
How long were you together, though?
2 years, 2.5 years.
2.5 years?
Yeah, we'd had a little bit of time.
Yeah.
And then we went, this isn't working, you know what I mean? So we ended up breaking up. Yeah. Sometimes you've got to do that, haven't you?
What about the rock and roll, like throwing shit out the window at people and stuff?
No, I'm not into
What, who did you break up with?
My ex-girlfriend.
Why?
Just wasn't working.
Was it not?
Just became a bit friendly instead of...
Did you? What, you still, are you still friends now? Is that
No,
fun?
not
No,
anymore.
that's for the best, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Have you had an amicable breakup?
You're just getting your friend up
ludicrous
properly,
question is that? No.
Where have you been?
Do you know what, right? I shouldn't even say this on camera. But I used to, I'd be amicable with a couple of my exes.
Yeah.
But then, I remember once, I got my current lady friend some flowers.
Yeah.
My current
Yeah,
one.
my only lady friend that I'll ever have.
Current life, there will be more.
Yeah, for the rest of my life.
For now.
My life partner and the mother of my children.
Yeah.
I got some flowers. I remember I got some flowers and everything, and she put it on Facebook, and one of my exes liked it, and it caused all sorts of dramas. So that was the end of me being even on civil terms with any of my exes. That had to go.
How long was was she your ex? Was there a lot
About
of years?
3.5 years.
Come on, Laura.
So that was in that. So there's no civility. There's no amicableness.
Did she not
it's
write
just,
Did she not write underneath it? They were the ones you used to get me.
yeah, it used to get me now. Yeah. I'd have been
still going into Flora.
Yeah, I'd have been eating him if that was the case.
The spa.
Yeah.
On Deansgate. That was the one.
No, I won't say it.
How are you, Jay?
Yeah, I'm all right, man. I'm sorry I'm late. My lady friend has been at the markets day, Design and Shine. Check it out. She was at Early Market, so I'm running a little bit late because we are a modern family. We both work very hard.
Yeah. So what were you doing while she was doing that?
Looking after the kids. Took them swimming and that.
Did you?
Yeah, my lad can't go swimming at the minute.
You dropped your kids off at the pool, and that meant you were late for work.
No, took them swimming and that, and then my eldest had a mate round, so yeah, it's carnage, it's just shenanigans, and then they all went out playing, so some lad on the grass verge outside our house will look after him now. Yeah. Some man.
Yeah.
That'll be alright.
He'll look after you now. Do you know what I mean?
What's
He
the
seemed to
worst
take
you
an
could do?
interest in
Who's
what
that
they were
guy in the
doing.
big coat in
Yeah,
there?
he seemed very interested in what they were doing. Seems very loving, so he can look after him.
I like the idea that you and Laura were together on the market stall.
Yeah.
We did it once, I think. Did we do it together? I think no. She stitched me up once. I had to do it on my own.
That
She
sounds
couldn't
like
do
an
it.
episode of WeStanders.
We
The TV show that I'm trying to get off.
Yeah.
We
we should
enders.
do
I
that.
like that.
Yeah.
That's good.
Having seen his marketing skills firsthand when we worked in Malia together and getting people into the bar, you are a cracking salesman.
Yeah, man.
Oh yeah.
Gifted
Are you one of those people? Because the best salesmen, if we're honest, are the ones that are willing to lie for the job.
Oh, we lied.
Yeah, so you just go up and say, you have to buy this because it's part of the tourism scheme or whatever.
Yeah.
Do you just do that? Because I'll be the one that's like, you can buy it. Obviously, here's what's in it. And then you'd be like, if you don't get this, you're not allowed on the bus. Yeah, I bet you're that type of person, aren't you?
Yeah,
I'm just
just here to register you. for the prizes you've won.
Exactly.
You know, that sort of thing. Just sign here. And and just give me some money to collect it.
Yeah.
We've got a very special.
What the hell is this?
We've got a very special guest joining us now. It's little Anthony Gordon. Hello, mate.
Hello,
Okay.
Joe. Yeah, not
Here
too
off
bad.
your Newcastle record signing.
Yeah, hello. What a pleasure to be
Ethan
here.
James, ladies and
Is this
gentlemen.
retro?
This is so, Jay, this is like one of those tops without the sponsors on that Castore brought out, right?
Right.
So
When
just-
was it? What era?
So, well, I think it's just last season, really. But
Last season you wearing that?
But the players weren't wearing it, you see, because it doesn't have the logo on. And I quite like things without the sponsor on. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just looks a bit cleaner.
How are you feeling today?
Yeah.
20 minutes till kick-off.
Yeah.
Big day for Newcastle. Talk to us about that, because we were just saying before, somehow it's crept up that you're probably favourites for that fourth spot again. Tottenham just set the manager.
Yeah.
Liverpool just lost again. Brighton are looking close, but you're 6 points ahead of them.
Yeah.
Like, this is your fourth place to take. You're 2 points behind Tottenham with 2 games in hand.
Yeah. Well, you were saying before, Joe, like...
Did I say any more?
Well, you were like, I can't believe how this has quickly turned. Because
Yeah.
Newcastle went on a bit of a dodgy run of form, didn't they? Oh, I
Yeah.
need to do my hair, don't I? What a scruff. But Newcastle got on a bit of a dodgy run of form. But then back-to-back games, beat Forest, beat Wolves.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, you're back in there.
Yeah.
And that top 4 race is on. And if we win today, we'll go above Man United. I couldn't really believe that when I was looking at
Doesn't
the table.
feel right, that,
it
does
doesn't
it?
feel right, does it? But it feels spectacular at the same time, Joe, doesn't it?
Yeah. Everyone's people hate that kit, which is nice.
I'm the person wearing it, apparently.
Wow.
Newcastle kit is so ugly. Ha 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 ha. Jay, thoughts on the lineup? If we can get that lineup back
Yeah,
on
I was
at some
just
point.
getting filled in there off our
You
social
what?
media.
You said you're looking after the kids.
I can multitask. I was just getting the info off our social media guru, Alexa, who tells me that, listen, right, I'm far be it from me to disagree with Erik Ten Hag, but I'm a bit surprised that.
Interesting.
Oh no, I didn't know that. He's not even on the bench, so he's not fit.
Eriksen.
Wan-Bissaka.
Oh, Wan-Bissaka. Yeah, but he's not on the bench. Don't know
Right,
why.
so he's not. I presume he's not, because I thought that was slightly surprising after what Sam Maximin had done to Delo at Wembley. And the fact that Wan-Bissaka smashed it. So I was a little, but if he's not fit, then that explains that one. Martial not starting kind of makes sense if he's not played so long. And McTominay, after his exploits against Spain, I wondered whether he'd get himself back in the mix, and he has done so. It's not that. That was the one I was a little bit surprised with, was the Wan-Bissaka one, but I didn't realise he wasn't available. So
yeah,
that
I
makes
guess
sense.
not. Yeah, what do you make of that team, the United team? What strikes fear into your heart as a Newcastle fan?
Scott McTominay strikes fear into me, Drew, after that international break.
Does
he
he
was
actually?
brilliant. Well, well, it wasn't just the Spain game. He also scored in the what was the one after that? Was it Cyprus or something?
I think so.
Well, he's done all right, hasn't he?
Yeah.
And he's a player that Newcastle have been linked with. Obviously, I'm joking when I say he strikes fear into us.
Well, don't he could still do, yeah.
Well, he could still do it. But a player who does strike fear into his Joe, which you wouldn't be surprised, is Marcus Rashford, because we've talked about it a lot on this channel. He's been the best forward in the world since the World Cup, and he did it against Newcastle at Wembley in the Carabao Cup final. I believe it probably should have been an own goal, but we'll look past that from Botman. But he's been on incredible form, and if you put Rashford up against the likes of Kieran Trippier can sometimes get caught out defensively, and he can get in behind him. So that's probably an area that Newcastle need to be worried about.
Ethan, looking at the lineup compared to the one that you faced at Wembley, I'd say that's a weaker Man United team. Obviously, we've not got Casemiro. Do you feel more confident today than you might have done at Wembley?
Yeah, I do. Well, not just because of the lineup, Scotty, but obviously home advantage. Newcastle have had a little bit of a funny patch in the run up to that Carabao Cup final. It's probably the worst time to have that cup final for Newcastle. Obviously, Nick Pope got sent off against Liverpool, and that was a disaster. We kind of lost a little bit of spirit after that. After the Carabao Cup final as well, we lost to City, and it was like, when can we kind of get out of this spell? But back-to-back wins now. Confidence is up. Alexander Isak looks incredible. I think he's going to get a goal today. And I'm a lot more confident. Home crowd, just give it a go. Give it a bash.
Can I ask you something, right? Do you buy into this whole thing? It's quite new to me, but you're obviously a Newcastle fan, so you'll know more about the whole United and Newcastle United thing. Because I remember when we used to go toe to toe in the title race in the 90s and stuff, it was always United and Newcastle. No one ever said, "Oh, it's Newcastle United and Manchester United." And this sort of I've seen it on social media a lot. I think Chris Sutton's been quite vocal about it. One or two others, it's like, well, why is it United and Newcastle? Why is it not Newcastle United and Manchester United? Is that something that bothers you? Or is that a new thing?
What I would say to you is, why is anyone really asked? I'm not that asked about it. I think it's just like when we make graphics here at Stretford Paddock, when we're doing these graphics like you see behind you, whatever, it's easier just to put Newcastle on there. That's what Sky are doing. It's not overthinking it. And also, there's 2 clubs in Manchester. You can't just call them Manchester for short.
Although I do love it when it's often people who aren't from England and they just say Manchester.
I love
that. I fucking love it because it's like there is still only one club in Manchester. But yeah, there isn't another professional team in Newcastle, is there?
No.
Like in the so it doesn't matter.
No.
Like it's almost like used as a differentiator.
It's just suddenly you're outraged.
Because it was never a thing. Even when we were literally going for the title against one another.
When they had Philip Albert up front, so nobody was ever asked about where the real United.
And as you can see on the background there, we've got a way to shorten ours. Man United is a way to shorten it, so you still get the United in there. But New United it sounds like doesn't make sense. No. So there's no other way to shorten it other than to either call you United, which wouldn't make sense because you're not the biggest United, or just call you Newcastle.
Do you have chants that are just United? Like we have chants that we just say United, we don't say Man United.
That's a good point.
Do you have chants that are just like UNITD, whatever?
Well, we shout like United, like Man United fans would as well. Yeah. So yeah, I guess we do. Newcastle, and also in Newcastle at home, people call their club United. Like I'm going to watch United or whatever. Like people do that, but it's just like when it comes into the topic of Manchester United or Newcastle United, who cares? People know Man United is Man United and Newcastle. It's not that.
It just struck me as odd that it popped up. I know I've never heard you mention it. I was just curious as to whether it was actually a thing amongst Newcastle fans.
People call Newcastle United back at home. That's a thing, but when there's
being shortened to Newcastle isn't offensive, surely.
Oh no.
Like you say, there's no one else, is there? What's that? I mean, what's the name of one? Middlesbrough, Sunderland or something?
Yeah, Sunderland.
Gatesend boys.
Yeah, exactly.
Can we go through the Newcastle lineup? Because we've not done that so far. And I want your opinion on it, obviously, after I've gone through it. So we've got Nick Pope, Kieran Trippier, Fabian Schär, Sven Botman, Dan Burn, Bruno Guimaraes, Sean Longstaff, who you look a little bit like.
You think? That's a bit of an insult, if you don't mind me saying so, Joe.
It was meant as one. We've got Joe Willock, Jacob Murphy, Alan St. Maximin, and Alexander Isaac as well. It strikes me as a team that is still a mixture of like, you've got some players in there who I think could be playing for, I know you're a top 4 team, but consistent Champions League teams. I think Bruno Guimaraes, Isaac maybe is on the fence. Trippier is a very good player. Botman looks excellent. But then you've got some players who no offence to Jacob Murphy, wouldn't be out of place on a Championship starting 11. What do you make of that team, and how do you see it sort of evolving as things go forward? Because I think there's still a few areas for concern.
Well, this is the point, Joe, in terms of Newcastle's transition.
By the way, Jacob Murphy will definitely score today. Now I've said that, but
sorry. Well,
you're welcome.
I'll get on to Jacob Murphy in a second, but exactly like you said, that lineup is going in that kind of transition now from that team who was fighting relegation last year to eventually competing for Champions League spots. And we've just done it a little bit quicker than we thought. We shouldn't really be up there that quickly, but we are, because the manager's great, this team spirit's brilliant, and you've got those key players that you were talking about, Isaac, Guimaraes, who are Champions League players that should be in Champions League clubs, maybe. So we are competing. And the likes of Jacob Murphy, he's been really good form recently, Joe. That's why he's got a start today. He doesn't start too often, but he's been playing really well recently. He's been grafting, he's been creating chances. Not something we've really seen at all of Jacob Murphy in his Newcastle career up until this point. But he's performing well, so put him in the team. You need players who are like on form, don't you? They don't have to have an unbelievable record. If you're playing well in the moment, you deserve a start. So get him in there and let him score,
Do you put? I think Newcastle have probably benefited more than United have in terms of the likes of Chelsea and Liverpool falling off this season. You said there, and you're well ahead of the programme where you expected to be.
Absolutely.
So do you agree with that?
Oh yeah, I mean, there's a chance this season, which is why it's so important, because many other seasons or whatever, we might be having that similar kind of points total, but we're not going to be. We might still not get a Champions League spot. Yeah. With Liverpool dropping off and Chelsea dropping off, there's a chance now. There's a door that's been opened, so let's go through that door while it's.
Yeah, it's a big moment, big moment for Newcastle. Yeah. If you don't get it, them teams are going to invest again next summer, aren't they? So. Yeah.
It does seem as though that every year, though, as United found out last season, we were one of them, where you look at the sort of top teams of Arsenal, City, United, Tottenham, Liverpool, Chelsea. They're kind of the bigger boys, aren't they? Who tend to be hitting Champions League more often than not, or every other year. There's always at least one of them who's shit every single season. Usually it's United.
Usually us.
But like Tottenham have done it, Chelsea have done it a couple of times, Liverpool have done it a couple of times. I know they ended up top 4 in one of those seasons. Arsenal have been out of the top 4 every single season for the last 7 years. Obviously they'll finish it this season, but generally speaking, like Leicester have benefited from it in the past. West Ham have benefited from it in the past, where they've got European football. There's usually a couple of those teams in disarray, isn't there? It's very rare that all of those teams are really firing. So I think you might have more chances going forward.
Yeah, and like you said as well, you usually have like clubs like Leicester who are like probably guaranteed like top 7 or whatever. Yeah. They're dropping off, so there's even more of a chance for, if it's not Champions League, it could be Europa League or something guaranteed almost. So it's a really I would love to see European football back at St James's Park. That would be a delight.
When was the last time you had Newcastle in your
when Kieran Dyer and things started fighting with each other?
No, that was way ago, Jay.
No, that
2012-13,
surely,
yeah. We got the quarters. We got knocked out by Benfica in the quarterfinals.
Europa.
And the Europa League. Yeah, great run.
Pardew,
my
French.
Yeah, exactly.
10 minutes to go. Get your score predictions in the comments, but not just the score, the scoreline and scorers, please. I want both. I'm going to start with you, Scotty. Scoreline and scorers, please.
I think it's going to be a struggle today. I'm going to go for a 1-0 win, and I'm going to go for Weghorst with an opening goal.
Wow. The horse.
Wow. Vegetable horse.
It's due on, isn't it?
No.
2
in 19 is pretty standard, isn't it? A goal every 9.5 games. That's what we do. What are you saying, Jay?
I'm a little bit nervous about today.
Yeah.
I've got a horrible feeling. You've got a decent record against us at St James, haven't you?
That's all right.
So I went with a draw in the preview. I'll stick to that, but part of me feels like we might end up coming unstuck today.
What, as in like we might lose?
Yeah. And obviously I don't want us to, but our away form is patchy at best. Being honest, we've lost a few away from home this season, and like you say, I think it was really annoying. I mean, I know decisions go one way or the other, but when Nick Pope didn't get sent off against Wolves when he blatantly should have been.
Yeah,
that was really annoying because he's a massive player for you, and I was buzzing when he didn't play in the Carabao Cup final.
Yeah.
Especially when Maurice Carriers came in for him.
It almost felt
like we'd won.
They genuinely did. It felt like obviously Newcastle hadn't given up and they played alright, I thought, in the cup final, but it felt like going into the game, everyone on earth thought we'd won that game. I don't feel that today. Because we had Casemiro, because Pope had gone, because you'd lost these games coming up to it, or you'd not won many leading up to the game. It felt like United will find a way to win this, and sort of everyone just kind of played into the role. Whereas this time, like you said, I feel like we might struggle here. Like this is going to be a hard game.
On the back of the international break as well. It's
who knows what's going on?
What sort of form or...
Do you know what? When in the Carabao Cup final, I was certain we'd win. Yeah. Honestly.
When?
And I turned to mate and said, we'll win this today. 100%. It was just before kick-off, when half United then weren't even there yet, and the Newcastle land was packed, and you're all waving your flags. And I just thought, I've never been more certain of anything in my life.
There was a hint. Do you know when
we're going to win this game comfortably?
You saw the reports of the Newcastle fans in Trafalgar Square.
Yeah.
When I got to London, I don't know if it was because we came on the sort of East Coast line, which has probably skewed it slightly more, but all I saw was Newcastle fans in Sheffield.
Yeah.
In every stop we went at, when you got to it was all Newcastle. I thought, this means too much to
and
them.
This
is too big, actually. Like, to United, it's big. We haven't won anything in 6 years, but it was like, let's go down, let's watch the game, let's hopefully win, and we'll go home. Whereas Newcastle was like, we've done it. Yeah. Did it feel a bit like that for you? Like, it was a little bit like, oh shit, you're camping out overnight. This is too much almost.
And I thought, you think as well, does that not
seep into
the manager and the players like,
it felt that way, didn't
the biggest game in our history almost. I know it's not, but you know what I mean?
Biggest game in 20 years.
Yeah, like this is the first chance to first bit of silverware since '69, was it? It did feel like, I don't know. Whereas United, even though as Joe was saying, we haven't won it for 6 years, it felt a bit more like business as usual. Like, you've got players who've been in bigger games than this. You've got players that have won trophies. At United even. And it just felt a little bit like, we'll be all right today. That's how I felt. I just remember saying it to my mate. I said, we'll be all right today.
There was a great interview just before the game which epitomised the whole event. Keith Dowdy, the Sky Sports reporter, interviewed a fan outside the ground, and he said, do you think you'll win today? And he just burst into tears, and he went, it doesn't matter. I don't care. It's just the beginning. I don't care what happens today. And it was like, oh, bless
that was like Spurs when they played the Scouts in the Champions League final. You know, them interviewing the fans, and they were saying the Spurs fans were like, it don't matter if we win or lose. We've been, you know, this is and I thought
That's not the attitude.
No.
Like you look at Jose at Porto. I know they played Monaco in the final, so there was kind of two teams who didn't expect to be there. But like Jose into them when they played that Barcelona team who had just won the Champions League the year before, would win it the season after as well, the best team in the world. There was none of that like, we're just happy to be here. At some point, I think United have had a bit of that under Solskjaer maybe, where you didn't feel as though there was a calmness to the team. It was a bit giddy almost. And at some point you'll get rid of that, but yeah. I don't feel that today, though. I do feel a bit more like I'm nervous for this in a way that I was nervous for the cup final, but I felt calmer before that than I do for this. This is a bit worrying today.
No, I agree.
If United were to lose, is it sort of a big thing in terms of the scheme of the season?
More disaster.
Should we go into the? I'll consult this Premier League table, and we'll go from there. So if United lose, Newcastle will go ahead of us. Same games, but just ahead on goal difference, same points. That would put us 1 point ahead of Tottenham with one game less played. So we could still be 4 points clear of Tottenham. It would put us, 7 points clear of Brighton, but with having played a game more than them. So they could cut that back to 4. So essentially, we'd be in that kind of 4 points clear bracket. Whereas if we win, it'll be, 7s.
You've got have you got Arsenal and
Oh, it's still to go. No, we've played City twice. We drew 3-3 and then lost 2-0. We've got Arsenal at home. We drew 0-0 at the Emirates.
Right,
so we've got Arsenal might be towards the end of the season.
You've got your last 6 games. You've got Brentford away, Villa away. Villa are the last of the sort of decent teams, aren't they? Before it all goes to shit. Then you've got Tottenham at home, Everton away, Southampton at home, Arsenal at home, Leeds away, Leicester at home, which is probably quite easy. Last game of the season is Chelsea away. A lot of those teams, you're either playing them away and they're fighting for relegation, or they're good teams. Scared?
No, I'm
Terrified?
not. No, I'm not scared, Drew. I'm not scared, Drew.
Just giving up.
No.
Can't even bring yourself to think about it.
There's not that much pressure.
It's only
Drew.
football, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
Well, it is.
We're just happy to be here. This is just the beginning.
Just make up the numbers.
No one expected us to be anyway, even in the conversation.
Rubbing the
us
shoulders with Spurs.
No one expected us to play 38 games this season. We thought we'd have folded by now. This is just a bonus.
Happy to still be existing.
I thought I'd be dead.
Still in business.
Exactly.
Every game's a bonus to us.
If you haven't burnt down the stadium, it's all a bonus, isn't it? Go on, sorry.
They still punch horses in Newcastle.
No, that was just a one-off event. I must say.
event? I remember it.
What event was it? Selling tickets and that?
It was the Tyne-Wear Derby was the event.
And the guy punched the horse.
He punched the horse.
Was it a Geordie horse?
Why? He just clobbered it. I think he thought it was Andy Carroll.
No.
A hook.
Where was it? Oh, right.
I don't like that.
No, I don't.
They were kicking off outside in the police horse, and some pissed up Geordie fans just like 1 hour older bleeding horse.
There's a brilliant. Someone's done a news story on it where they've interviewed the fan.
Interviewed the horse.
I was going to say. I thought he was going to say that.
Yay or nay?
Yeah.
You can tell me what he said. Excellent stuff. Right, we're seeing the lineup again. We're seeing the lineup again. Let's go through it. De Gea, Dalot, Varane, Martinez, Shaw, McTominay, Sabitzer, Fernandes, Weghorst, Anthony, and Rashford. Jay.
Yeah, sorry
to interrupt you there, but McTominay, Sabitzer, Fernandes. How do you see that panning out today? Because it's not first choice by any means, but I think there's a little bit of balance to that.
I like it. I like Sabitzer, McTominay, and he's had a. I know international football is a different kettle of fish, but you can't not scoring 2 goals against Spain. Do you know what I mean? That's
it's not nothing, is it?
No, I mean when he did it against Cyprus, I was a bit like, who cares? But Spain is a different kettle of fish, and I quite like that midfield. I quite like that team, to be honest with you. The only sort of, like I said earlier, before I knew he weren't available, was I was a bit like, well, why is Wan-Bissaka not in? Especially after his last performance against them. But I like Dalot, so it's not like the end of the world. So it's a good team. It's weird because I think you're right, Joe. Like when you say about Murphy and Willock and Longstaff, I look at those. Even Dan Burns, to be honest with you, I'm not a massive fan.
Yeah.
I think they're all right.
Yeah.
But it works for him. You can't knock the record. No. They've obviously done very well with those players. So it's just a bit of a weird one. I know it's obvious, but you just feel a lot more confident if Casemiro was playing. It's just frustrating.
That's the worry, innit?
Was it 8 games he's going to have missed in total? Which is crazy, innit? Let's have it right. Do you know what I mean? He's going to miss 8 games for suspension.
If there was 2
And
players,
he's not even. He's not even that guy, is he?
No.
I don't think of him as dirty.
No.
He's just been a bit clumsy.
Score prediction.
I'm going to say 1-1 draw, because
Yeah.
Newcastle love to draw games. I think they've drawn 11 in the league
Yeah,
this
I've drawn
season.
11 in the league, yeah.
And we're hard to beat. We've only lost 3 matches,
Yeah.
twice against Liverpool, once against City. We've got a draw at your place earlier in the season, so another draw is what I'm going with, Drew.
Tough.
1-1.
Jamie Stanley agrees 1-1, but hope we win. David Ellingsworth says 2-1, Rashford and Anthony. DB Cooper says Newcastle United 0, Man United 38. Daniel Berry says I'd take a draw now. You know what, Newman, based on the table, a draw is a good result. A draw isn't a bad result, you know.
No.
Because of Liverpool losing, Tottenham have just sacked their manager. What was the final score? Brighton-Brentford yesterday?
3-3.
3-3. Another draw there.
Yeah.
Like all of the chasing pack are either in, transition or have dropped points.
Do you look at Brighton as serious contenders for the top 4?
No, but well, how can you not?
No, it's not. Fair
I don't really.
I never
know.
really think of him.
No,
but
I don't really
when
think
you
they
look
are.
at the table, you think, well, why not?
Yeah, but just looking through them, they've all dropped points this weekend, so I don't think it'd be the worst thing in the world. Can we get a little sliver of volume, please, Callum? Here we go then.
We're off.
We've kicked off.
Eddie Howe's only beat Manchester United twice in his career as a manager.
Yeah, but he's been in charge of Bournemouth for most of that time. So
I wasn't knocking it. I was
Yeah.
just reading the statistics.
Getting all defensive there. Been in charge of
Wow.
Bournemouth. I remember one of them was under Van Gaal, wasn't it?
Cherry picking stats.
Nice.
Thanks. It's Bournemouth's nickname, so that's why I said
Cherries.
it. The cherries.
Thanks, guys.
I'm nervous now. Is Sancho on the bench?
Yeah.
There he is.
Well, you don't want to bring him on.
Why?
Yeah, he doesn't really do much.
He's done us. Go on, Anthony. Oh, that's an interesting turn there. Good press there from Anthony. Who's that? With his wrists taped
I feel a
up.
lot more confident if Martin Dubravka was in goal for you.
Oh, yeah.
He was absolutely like nothing I've ever seen before, if I'm being brutally honest.
Did Loris Karius impress you in the cup final, Jay?
I thought he did okay.
He
He
had a
wasn't
fine
a
game.
disaster, which, again, though, it was that whole sort of narrative of redemption and all that nonsense, which I thought, no, that's just...
Would have been a fairy tale, wouldn't it, if he saved the penalty in the
It
shootout?
made me
to
laugh
win
as
it
well,
for us,
because
so-
all the Liverpool fans were saying, he'll be a hero and all that, and I thought, you were sending him death threats when he conceded those goals,
some of the tweets he was
threatening his
getting,
family and all that, and now you're like, his mate, bore off.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I did feel sorry for him in that final, because remember when he was on his own crying and no one went to him?
Not a
Yeah,
single
he's literally
person.
concussed off his tits as
Yeah.
well.
Like, not well, crying his eyes out, and like his teammates and his managers left him
Literally,
to it.
basically went, yeah, this is your fault.
Yeah.
I'll be honest though, Jay, if
so.
you cost the Champions League final and we were in the same team, I wouldn't talk to you.
You would.
Behind closed doors, baby.
No, the best thing about that was your man from Brookside offering Sergio Ramos to have a fight with him. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Go on. Bit of a chance for a counter attack here. Anthony.
Go on, Anthony.
It's
Well
alright, just
done,
wanna
Joe
throw in.
Willock.
It's all right. Where's Joe Linton these days?
Well, Joe Linton was out
Have
for
we
a few
agreed
games.
he's not very good?
No, he's brilliant,
Oh,
Joe.
he's- okay,
no, he had a suspension, so he was out for a few
I
matches.
love that. He's brilliant,
He's
Joe.
brilliant. He is. You know what?
Don't touch me.
Sorry, Jay. He was. He was.
Ground rules.
No. He was. He was. Steve Bruce used to play him up front, and everyone thought he was a striker.
But he was a
Because
striker.
he was at Hoffenheim, he was a striker, wasn't
Well, you say that.
he? You say that, but he literally was.
I think he was like almost like a left winger at times, or like an advanced midfielder, because he's good at carrying the ball. But when you're a striker, you can't really carry the ball so much. can
It
you?
was really bizarre because his record.
What a ball that was.
That was great, really good. Go on, Marcus, skin him.
Oh,
look at that, lad.
No.
Yeah, his record wasn't that good, was it? I think it was like 8 in 27 or something.
that sounds right.
Yeah.
He's never really like an out-and-out goal scorer.
And you thought, like, and he was 23, I think, when you bought him, so it wasn't like he was a kid.
Yeah. And then one fateful match against Norwich City,
Is that what happened?
Kieran Clark got sent off, and Joe Linton had to go in centre midfield. And you've never seen a better midfield performance like that in your life. And
Well,
he stayed
I
there
beg
ever
to
since.
differ,
They talk about that alongside the Roy Keane.
Oh,
Roy
they're-
Keane and Stade Alpe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They all remember
Talk
that.
about Roy Keane, Stade Alpe,
Yeah.
Brian Robson against Barcelona and
not
Diego
nostalgia,
Maradona.
as you say.
Joe,
Yeah.
Joe Linton at
Joe
Norwich.
Linton 1-1 v Norwich.
Yeah. Folklore, that.
But
Even Norwich City fans put a statue
I
up.
was gonna name a Norwich player he had in his pocket, and I realised I don't know any.
Jeremy Goss.
He had Grant Holt in his pocket.
Just
Rule Fox didn't get a touch.
taking the glasses off, getting the hanky. Well, fuck me.
Can you imagine if I sat around the table in like a pub in Newcastle? Oh, do you remember that game when Joe Linton and
I was there telling the grandkids.
Unbelievable.
A legend was born. Hey,
Like a young Jordan Henderson. Absolutely ridiculous to say that. Never scored more than 6 goals in a season for Newcastle, Joe Linton.
Well, he's only started getting good since the second half of last season. But he's cracked. He still can't shoot.
imagine
though.
having a striker that doesn't score goals, you losers.
Oh,
Yeah.
he was awful.
Never
when he
happened
was
at
playing
United, that.
No, not at all.
He's
Can't
only
think of
26 now.
Brilliant. Loads more years of True Linton. I'm happy with that.
Do you think he's good enough to be a
Yeah.
top 4 midfielder?
Yeah.
Listen, when you start
It's class.
splashing the cash, he'll be gone.
Yeah.
You know it, and I know.
Nah,
He'll be another Christmas.
I think weren't Man United
Somebody's
interested
got
in
a
True
horror.
Linton?
I think you're talking nonsense. Though. No.
Never happened.
About as much as he was the other one we were linked with. was it
Sean Longstaff for 50 mil.
Yeah, that was a joke.
If
50
we were
million.
linked with him for 50 million,
go on,
we would
McTominay.
have him right now, wouldn't we? Let's be honest.
Ooh.
McTominay a couple of times here where
Oh,
he gets the
Willock.
ball, he does a nice touch, he gets a bit of space for himself. Instead of passing it away, he just takes another touch and loses it.
So Bits' touch is so good.
Yeah, that's the difference in it. When he
Yeah.
gets the ball, he finds someone else with it. And Anthony's good at
Brilliant from
Have a
Anthony.
dig.
Mate.
That's incredible.
Oh.
Ooh. That's really
Sabitzer and Anthony working really well together there.
Yeah.
You've got to win that. Well done. That
Well
was
done,
really
Martinez.
good play there. Shocking
Oh,
pass
that's a
though.
bad ball,
It
though.
was letting them counter-attack now. Brilliant play there from Anthony and Sabitzer between them. Good block as well, but Newcastle counter-attacking now.
He's dangerous when he cuts in, Anthony, isn't he?
Yeah. Good cross.
Ball. Go on. Oh, no. Go on.
Well done.
Oh,
Didn't need to hat that then. You could have passed it.
Spooky
Bit
that.
nervy there by United.
Yeah, it was.
Only
It
at the back though.
started,
First 5 minutes. I thought we
Yeah,
fired
no,
pretty well.
that's what I mean at the back there.
started from Martinez just giving the ball away
Yeah.
there when he did really well to win it and then gave it straight away and let them counter-attack. You'd swap your looks for Longstaff. I've just seen
that's
him.
horrible. That's horrible.
Are you joking?
Drew's once said to me that I'm a 5 out of 10 and with the glasses I'm a 5.5. Isn't that horrible?
I
That
said
is
the,
nasty,
so
that.
the glasses
That's mean,
improve
that.
it. You're saying
He's a 5 out of 10.
5
Yeah.
out of 10.
For like
That's
appearance and
average.
that. Sean and Matty Longstaff aren't great looking brothers.
Ask the people on the
They're lovely.
comments.
Yeah.
Who's better looking, Longstaff or Ethan?
or
yeah.
short staff.
Yeah,
Or
set-
Shorts?
Nice.
Nice.
Set up a pool. What an ethical pool that would be.
I think that's ethically sound. Have you agreed to it?
Yeah, go on then.
Let's see.
I'll do
We're
it.
not going to do a poll actually.
Yeah, fair enough.
We might do for winning.
Yeah.
When United score a goal, we'll get all that silly stuff.
Yeah.
But for now, I'm too scared. People saying Ethan is a 6 with the glasses.
Oh, that's
So-
very kind. Thank you very much.
What do you reckon?
Short-
Matty,
People
Ethan.
saying short staff for sure.
I think he's a good looking lad.
thanks, Trey.
He's got a boyish charm about
His
him.
personality's quite warm as well, and he's
Yeah, I
likeable.
think
He's got
so.
a likability. I think that adds to it.
Thanks,
He's
Trey.
a nice lad.
Should we give me like an 8 on that?
Well, it's not good mad, but
Oh, yeah.
you know, a 7.
Yeah,
Solid 7.
Oh,
Yeah, no, do you know what?
Yeah.
With your personality, I think we can bump you up to an 8.
oh, thanks, Trey.
Yeah,
And a
you-
haircut.
The
My hair's terrible today.
you're a nice lad, so
Oh.
that counts for something.
Yeah, thank you,
Free
Trey.
kick to Newcastle.
What about the height, Trey? Does that lower it down a bit again? Overthrew here, Trey.
That's
Oh, it's
offside.
offside.
The height, I think it's irrelevant.
Ethan is more handsome according to Michael.
Thank you.
Ethan is a 6 with the glasses. I've done already.
Thank you.
Marcus Fish says Ethan. And Andy Oates says, who's the Geordie geek?
Lovely.
That's Ethan. Producer
Yeah,
Ethan.
yeah.
Sorry, can we get Oatesy out of here, please?
And
Sorry, that's
who's the Geordie geek?
slightly rude.
Right. I like the fact you read it out as well.
Yeah.
Super chat, you got to read it out.
Josh Pratt.
Don't read that. What are you reading that for? I'm not interested in the stupidness.
Ethan is a 10, says Josh
did he
Pratt.
say?
So
Oh, thank you.
Tied chokes on DT's Willie. What's that all about? What are you reading that for? Don't read that. It's a super chat, you got to read it out.
what's that all about?
Yeah, what's that all about?
Like,
I'm just sat there with the Christmas hats on eating chips. It's literally the best. I don't give a fuck if it's Arsenal Fan TV. It's the best YouTube clip ever.
It's
It
like
just
a
is.
sort of North London version of the royal family. The Christmas hats on.
Honestly. Don't read that out.
Did you make a curry, Scotty?
No, because I've been in hospital.
Oh, I'm very sorry to hear that.
Sorry.
Did you bring any hospital food?
No, you do not want any hospital food.
Alright, yeah. What curry would have you made?
A homemade.
How's that a foul?
Don't really give them names. Just like
Yeah. Just your own.
yeah,
Wow. It's good, that, isn't it?
from scratch. Like I won't be going getting the sauce from the. We'll do it the next watch along.
Yeah?
But I spent like 8 hours in the A&E last night. so
Oh, I'm
I'm
sorry to hear that, Scotty. You can make a good curry, can't you, Drew? Apparently.
It's alright.
Yeah.
I like making
You
curries.
should
Yeah.
do like a Stretford Paddock come down with me or a Sloppy Joel's.
We've done one.
Have you?
These
Oh,
ones, yeah. or
disaster.
Sloppy Joes, yeah.
We've got another one coming soon, actually.
What a nightmare.
Yeah. Ethan's worst hour.
Yeah.
Can you cook?
No.
That's good.
Awful. Not awful. I'm limited.
You're good on those HelloFresh adverts, Drew.
Yeah, I made, even though Steve laid into me, I can make like steak and chips and, spaghetti bolognese and chili and stuff like that, but nothing extravagant. I couldn't make a curry from scratch like you lads.
Go on. Well done, Luke. Man on.
Help him out.
Luke Shaw's got his summer outfit on today. The short sleeves and the low socks.
Yeah.
Ready
Go
for
on.
the spring
Tom
summer
Davies.
season.
Go on, first ball.
Tom Daly.
Corner. Oh, it's not. It's a goal
How
kick.
good was the Liverpool result yesterday, especially in the light of the Dennis Irwin being omitted from best left back?
Oh, can you believe that? He honestly,
And then
he
10
couldn't
out of
have given us more of a reminder if he tried Alexander Arnold, could he? Do you know what I mean? It was funny.
Did you see that clip at the end where it's like him pressing in their 18-yard box on the left-hand side? You're like, how have you ended up there? It's literally like when you see a dog just like running between cars, you're like, this isn't where he's meant to be. Let someone get him. He was like he's off his lead here, Alexander.
Do you know
Arnold.
what? Right, I watched. Do you know that thing on Sky? Is it the Sports Social?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, Rory Jennings was on it yesterday, and he was doing like the overrated 11, and he
Yeah.
pictured Alexander Arnold. He cracked me up because he was like, against Real Madrid in the Champions League final, 90,000 people knew where Vinicius Junior was, except Trent Alexander-Arnold, and he's the one person who needed to know where he was. I thought it's true. He just left him, didn't he?
Yeah.
Just completely ignored him, and it's like you can't say he's the best ever when he's terrible at defending.
No.
No, he's crap, isn't he, Trent, these days?
I think he's obviously mint going forward, and he can pick a pass out, but defensively, I wouldn't even say he's average. He's just awful.
It would be good to see him in midfield one day, wouldn't it? I would like to
Push
see him.
up a bit,
Yeah, it would be nice to see him in centre midfield. Could give it a good bash, I think.
Trent's defending is to.
Oh,
Hey
you-
up!
Oh, the horse puts it wide. We all knew that was coming, didn't we,
We
right?
sort of did, didn't we?
Yeah,
If
we all
we're
saw that
honest.
coming.
If we're honest, when that ball was rolling to Weghorst, no part
it's-
of my brain went, it's in.
Nah.
No, it's.
Well done, Anthony. He's had a good, strong start,
Yeah,
Anthony,
he's done
today.
well, Anthony.
Oh, this
And
is
again,
a highlight.
that's a replay.
Yeah.
He's just done it twice.
Hey, I tell you what, though.
Weghorst missed twice.
I didn't
there.
give him the
learn
credit
the
first
first
time
time,
round, so very similar chances those two, weren't they? But he has had a good start, Anthony.
Was
Yeah.
Anthony
Yeah,
away
has.
with Brazil? Internationals.
I think he was.
I'm not sure.
I think he was. Didn't you watch it?
It passed me
Casemiro
by.
bagged, didn't he, a couple of times?
Did it?
Oh, was it against Morocco? He scored that P roller.
Yeah.
Terrible
count.
goalkeeping.
They all count.
They do all count.
They
Oh,
do.
what a ball that is,
This
Anthony.
is disallowed.
Dan Burns having a difficult time up
Dan
against him.
Burn is absolutely living up to his name, because he's getting roasted at the minute by
Ah,
Anthony.
nice.
Thank you.
Oh, what's a ball?
That's not bad, that, actually.
I don't know why Trippier didn't do
I know, yeah, that was well going on.
Give
Wasn't
him
it?
a shout, Nick
Keeper
Pope,
needed to let him know,
isn't it?
didn't he? Dallo back in.
It's been a bit patchy on it for him post World Cup.
Yeah.
Still like the kid though.
Yeah. Ooh, I was going straight to St. Maximin then.
Oh,
Come on, ref.
Oh, yep, that is a foul.
He's on a ice already, Dan Burn, isn't he?
yeah.
Is that another one?
What?
I thought like burn and ice. Or
Oh yeah,
whatever.
nice. Yeah, no, I meant that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was really good. That. Look at that.
He's struggling.
He is. This is sort of who is it? Memphis Depay versus who was it that time in the Champions League for United? He's probably his best ever game where he just skinned him over and over again.
There was.
I'll
I
never
can't
remember.
I remember that you got.
What's
Was
up
it
with him?
bruised? Did he get
Is he
stamped
alright?
on?
It's not that bad.
No, that was weird. He only grabbed his chest, didn't he?
Big softy.
Is he alright?
He's got heartburn.
I just had a
No.
no.
Could have killed him.
Nice,
Nice,
heartburn.
nice,
Love
yeah.
that. Yeah, really nice. Caught me off guard that because it was so well crafted. Lovely bit of humour there. It's been an interesting game though, hasn't it? United sort of look weirdly dangerous, but then Newcastle having a lot of the ball. That's good. Now, quickly now. This is the thing, we need to play quick when we get the ball. Cause,
Oh, no!
Oh, God.
The Joker in the pack, St. Maximin. That's what we just described him as. Do you think he's much of a joker?
No. He's quite a clever guy. Oh. He's got a very high IQ, Alan St. Maximin.
Shame that doesn't translate to the pitch, isn't it?
Well. Watch this, Joe. Please score.
Please fuck up.
Yeah.
He kept the ball.
Hey!
Chance,
Little push
get
there.
up, get up.
Get lost.
Mad.
Oh,
Bad
it's a
ball
shocker.
again.
That's shit
Was.
pass, that. Newcastle just building a bit of pressure here. He went down easy there, Bruno, didn't he?
Yeah.
Bruno, not ours.
My heart rate's really high.
Is it?
I should have brought my oximeter to the set.
Yeah, do you need your inhaler?
No, I'm alright on the inhaler front, thanks, Joe.
Okay, good. Didn't your mate do that oximeter? Wait one sec.
Oh, he did, and it was, oh, go on! Oh, what a save! What
Good
another
save
save!
again.
That's
Wow.
incredible! Oh, it's great goalkeeping.
That is
And
fantastic
what a shame that
goalkeeping
it
I
is.
mean,
now.
we were both at him if we're going to
Yeah.
be critical.
Oh.
Okay.
What a double save!
Bad finishing, I'd say, Ethan. Should be
fair.
scoring from there, mate.
It's a good save, though,
Right.
still. But yeah, very sad nonetheless.
What are you doing there?
Just a bit of... Yeah, Newcastle looking really dangerous here.
Oh,
Go on,
sure.
Jacob. Oh, we need to watch that again.
Slow down.
Awful, aren't
Need
they?
to take a minute here.
Let's have a look at this.
Just he's left open there in the middle, isn't he? No one on him.
Right,
Oh, he's just running
The second
in.
one is literally just hits him, doesn't it? But good
Yeah.
save. The first one's good. No one on there.
Well, it's just running in.
Why didn't they catch that? Because I don't think that was...
I understand where you're coming from now.
There wasn't a lot of power on that, was there?
When he kind of pushed it into the mixer.
Yeah, I agree.
But you
Isaac,
can't fault him for a double save.
No, he did well there,
Don't be
yeah.
too harsh on him.
he definitely did well.
That's, again,
Yeah.
Bruno, stop
Keep
doing that.
Between Bruno and McTominay so far, we're giving the ball away
Yeah,
too much.
can't
in
keep
midfield.
doing that.
Especially the way Newcastle are playing with these like quick counter attacks, getting the ball in the box. We need people in the middle who can hold the ball. This is where we miss Ericsson, Casemiro, players who will just
Go on,
keep
Alan.
it
Oh, terrible.
comfortable.
Unlucky.
Who's your favourite player, Ethan? in this team?
Probably Bruno Guimaraes, because he's the one who's kind of like set the change in the whole team. A bit like when Bruno Fernandes joined Man United, he's kind of was like the one who got you going again. Oh, Bruno's a bit the same like that, I think, and starting the new era. And he's just class.
Oh, come on, someone's got to come short there. 'cause
Yeah,
where do you think that ball's going to end up when Martinez inevitably clears it? Can't find you behind two men, right?
Entertaining game so
Yeah,
far.
United need a goal to quiet this down a bit because we're a bit scrappy so far. Keep the ball now. Well done. Anthony's
better.
one-on-one again.
What's
miles wide.
Yeah.
Poor.
Can't tell what he was trying there.
I think he's probably
Big
trying
goal
his
store.
usual, what is it, wand of a foot.
Yeah.
This was better from Bruno.
Yeah, it was good that. Kept the ball well. Is he trying
He's trying to cut inside.
Oh,
No, there's nothing on that, is there?
it's like you wanted to float it to Weghorst and he thought, I'll actually bend it in the far corner.
Yeah.
Didn't know what he was doing.
Interesting. Newcastle all down the right-hand side so far. That's a good ball there. De Gea needs to come out here. Yeah.
Well done, De Gea. Good start from him. Want to keep for next
Oh,
season?
for fuck's sake.
Oh, go on.
Yeah, more pressure here from Newcastle. St. Maximin.
Oh,
Oh,
Jesus Christ, I thought I was going in.
If you could head it, you'd be winning here.
yeah.
Why does he wear
three
those things
headers.
on his arms, St. Maximin?
I don't
Is
know.
it a fashion thing?
It
or
must
has he
be a
got some- is it
fashion. Well, he
medical?
wears his like his Gucci headbands and that, doesn't he? Or he
Oh,
used
he's
to.
well offside, isn't
Well
he?
offside, yeah.
But there's a lot of it in like basketball, isn't there?
Ah,
Where people will wear
Oh, yeah,
like
because
a
remember
sleeve.
Pogba had that sleeve in it.
Yeah,
in
like
basketball thing.
LeBron just wears one on one arm and stuff like. It's like a mental.
Jamie Vardy wears a cast, doesn't he?
Yeah,
like
from when he broke his arm like 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I might start rocking up at work in one of them if I'm allowed to, Joe. Just the company policy say we can wear things like that.
Why would it not?
I don't know.
Yeah.
That's a foul.
If Newcastle win, you will be rocking up to it.
Full body cast.
Yeah. I'm all joking.
Oh, thanks, Joe.
Newcastle's. He's not. Yeah, Newcastle having the best of the chances so far.
Oh, Ten Hag's got one of those pens that changes different colours.
Oh, he always uses it.
Oh, does he?
The Bic, the 4-way Bic.
Oh, that's a good one.
I've got one of them upstairs.
Do you?
Not in homage, just in a sort of shared mindset.
You saw that Erik
went out,
had one.
yeah, pen influencer.
Yeah.
Influencer.
When he goes,
nice.
when he goes
Thank
to the
you.
presser, he sits there at the front with his pen the same as Erik going, Erik,
What is it, red today?
yeah, me and you've got the same pen.
Oh, fucking hell.
Fuck,
Go
mate.
on, Alan.
Up for it today in
Is it-
Newcastle.
No.
Is it true that
Oh, what's he doing?
Newcastle
Right.
legally have to have an Allen?
Composure.
Newcastle have had an Allen
We
in
seem
every
to be
match day
flying
squad
right back
since
out rather than
1996.
foot on the ball.
I'm trying to think, Joe. Is it any other Allens apart from Alan Shearer and Alan St. Maximin?
What's
Alan
that?
Smith, we had
Alan
him for a
Smith
bit
football,
from
yeah.
your lot.
They've got to have an Allen in every match day squad. Do you know we've had an academy player since like
Yeah.
1953?
Yeah.
They've had the same since Shearer arrived at Newcastle. An Allen in every match day squad. A record that will never be touched. Right, they need to come out of these occasionally. Keep having it where the ball's bobbling around in midfield and Newcastle end up with it every time. Come on. Find a pass, that's good. Yeah, Varane's on.
Could go either way, couldn't it, at the minute?
So this is exactly how I thought this game would look.
Yeah.
I didn't think you'd have quite as good a chance as you've had, but I knew that it was going to be tricky. Keep the ball.
Bloody hell,
To be fair, the final set up pretty similar though,
It's
didn't they?
clearly a
Didn't
foul.
Newcastle had a lot of the possession in the first half of the.
I don't know if he's penalised Anthony for handball
Yeah, I
there,
couldn't tell. We didn't see, did we?
or if it's a free kick.
No, the Anthony's
Yeah,
walking,
he's walking
that way.
off. Yeah, United free kick.
That's 3 times he's fouled
He'll
him
talk
already.
himself
though.
into a bucket.
He's got to
there.
be close to one just
Yeah.
from accumulation. It's too
What's
big.
his name, that ref? It's the one we don't like.
The one you don't like, Joe.
Yeah.
The one.
What's his? Who's the referee?
I think Callum's on it.
What game do you remember him from, Joe?
He's done a few. I remember Stuart Atwell. That's it. He's just fucking shit.
Yeah.
He is. It's not just United game. Remember he did the Chelsea versus Liverpool League Cup final where your man Keita stood on Thingy's balls and then got sent off.
It's a good pass. United just slowing it down a bit now, which I think we need to do really, because it's been too frantic, hasn't it? And Newcastle have been getting the better
Yeah.
of us. This is a bit better.
Yeah, I'd like a breather as well.
Need your inhaler.
Yeah. It's alright, Joe, I've got it here just in case.
Right. Thoughts on the first 20 minutes, Jay?
Bit nervous at times, or nervy, sorry, at times, but you kind of expect it a little bit because Newcastle at home, the crowd are up for it.
Yeah.
I get that. It's just you don't want to play into their hands at times. You just need a bit more composure.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
It's giving the ball
It's not
away
a foul.
to
That isn't a foul,
far
that.
too easy.
Yeah.
So soft there.
There's no need to do that.
Every time we get the ball, we're heading towards their half like it's the 89th minute. Do you
Yeah,
know what I mean?
yeah.
They got
No,
time
you're
and
right.
space
No
ahead
need
of them.
for
Don't
it.
need to.
Really soft free kick there, I think.
Newcastle scored from a free kick similar to this against Wolves in the last home game. Trippier and Isaac header.
Was it?
Let's hope for the same again.
No.
Okay.
That little dummy to make everyone drop back. Headed away by Dallow, that's good. I don't like this start. Newcastle just holding the ball. Seems like they've had a lot of possession, doesn't it, Newcastle?
Yeah, it does.
United just kind of like...
Go on. Oh, poor from Murphy.
Not really got going on.
No.
Marcus hasn't had a lot of the ball. Vegas had about 2 touches. I know one was a
Everything's
shot.
been gone for Anthony. If you've done anything, it's gone down that side.
Yeah.
I need to
The midfield, I just think...
get hold of the ball a bit more.
Yeah. When Bruno McTominay played together, we give the ball away too much.
See, I think you can have one player
Yeah.
you give him a little bit more free reign with, haphazard passes and stuff.
Bruno's
like that.
worth it more than McTominay.
Bruno will find it.
Yeah.
7 out of 10. Where McTominay will
McTominay will just sort of get it, go past someone, look great, and then the pass is bad.
Yeah.
That's better.
Well done. That is good.
I think you summed up McTominay well earlier on in the season. You said McTominay can have a bad game, but he'll do something that was quite memorable.
Yeah.
And that's what makes his whole performance look better.
Oh, not
soft
again.
that,
Anthony have
Marcus.
switched round
Soft.
now. Just stood on Rashford's boot there, I think, Dan Burn. Now Rashford's getting pissed off about it because he didn't give a free kick.
I think they spotted that Dan Bird's having a bit of a shaky one, so they're trying to get him.
But it's almost like
maybe.
I suppose maybe we're trying to balance things out a bit more because Rashford was barely touching the ball on the left, was he?
Mm-hmm.
But you think...
Do you
Anthony's-
like that swapping wingers?
I don't mind it. I think it gives the opposition something to think about, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But it's usually not for long. Especially when it's Anthony on the left. He'll do it for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, but that's out of ball.
Yep.
Most of the time.
I'm not a fan, mate.
You're not?
No. I don't. I think sometimes it just seems to take momentum away from you.
Yeah.
Especially when you see Anthony's been getting the better of
Yeah,
him all game.
like-
Why would you sort of punish him in some way?
It's what I mean. It's
And
like,
Rashford doesn't really like playing outright.
No.
Wanted a free kick there. He did stand on Rashford's heel, it looked like. But Stuart Atwell getting the zoomed in camera treatment that suggests he might have made a mistake.
Because he's fucking useless.
It must be horrible being a fourth official when you've got a manager like Ten Hag or a big ego manager. I mean, they all are.
Ten
They're
Hag,
just
come on,
staring
man.
at you.
He's soft though when he's Ten Hag.
Yeah,
really,
but
in
like,
comparison
if
to
you
some
feel
of
you've
he's
done
not
it
like
wrong.
a ranter, I don't think.
No,
anyway.
but it must be when you have to convince the manager, even though you might have made a wrong decision as an official, you just have to sit there and just they're just staring at you.
Who do you reckon is the hardest manager? Dyche.
Yeah, he stands out, doesn't
Yeah.
he? You don't know though, do you?
The scariest, I think, is Marco Silva because he just loses the plot all the time. But Dyche was a bit of a...
Conte as well before he left Spurs.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's raving lunatic.
Keeper.
Well done, Delors.
Yeah.
He's finding it a bit easier this time, Delors, than the Carabao Cup final against St Maximin, isn't he?
He's not really gone after him that much, has he? You're putting the ball in quite early.
Yeah.
It's like you've got Isaac in there now, so you feel like we can actually just chuck the ball in the box and we'll have a chance, whereas in the cup final...
And you saw that stat before, saying that the ball's been on the right-hand side more
God's
this game.
sake, come on.
Luke Shaw coming into the middle of the pitch there just to shore things up. A bit better last 10 minutes, see there. United 58% possession in the last 10 minutes, just slowing down the chances for Newcastle.
Yeah, that's what we needed to do.
Yeah.
Just, like you were saying, Scott, we just kept counter-attacking like it's the last minute and then giving it away.
Yeah.
Bit of composure.
No,
I don't know what he was thinking there, to be honest with you.
I don't know if he was. I don't like this game. I don't like this game at all. That's good though.
Oh.
No!
How's he give it that way?
You can't just stop playing and get a free kick for it. We're just battling. We're pulling and pushing each other. If I just stop, I'll get a free kick. Like they're both. There's no foul there, is there? He just runs past him.
That's what I said about Atwell. He just hasn't got a clue what he's doing.
There's another one. Just like, if you give in, or you go, oh, he's fouled, mate, the ref just goes along with it.
Yeah.
And then when people pick the ball up because they think they've been fouled,
Yeah.
he would give it every time. There wasn't a foul there.
Would you have him at Newcastle, McTominay? You've been linked with him, haven't you?
I like him, Jay. I do like McTominay.
Does he start for you?
Probably in Longstaff's position, he possibly does. I'm a bit worried now because I'm thinking...
Well, that's emphatic.
Yeah.
Probably in Longstaff's position, he possibly does.
Well...
Because I'm curious, I don't think he'd swap the bench of United for the bench of Newcastle.
I have always liked McTominay, and then he's just not really played too much for United recently. And kind of put me off him. I'm worried now. I'm thinking on that Paddock podcast we've done, I might have went, nah, I don't want McTominay, and now I'm getting excited because he scored in the international break. But
you're allowed to change your mind.
It does seem like that's what's happening.
Yeah, but I do like him. He's a decent player.
But do you think if Newcastle have ambitions for Champions League top 4 every year, that McTominay is the sort of level that you're going in for a centre midfield? 50 million.
But he's finished top 4 a fair few times, though, hasn't he? 2 or 3 times. Well, 2 I think so far, and looking like maybe a 3rd this season.
Which was probably majority down to the team around him than down to his performance.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think he goes in there and it goes like, I've done X, Y, and Z. I mean, maybe he would. I'm not too sure. Just if I had 50 million to spend, I wouldn't be going out and buying.
We probably need to.
This is the thing now, though, as well. I get your point, but you're in that thing where 50 million now. Back in the day, you'd be like 50 million, get a banger, nailed on.
Get Veron for that.
Yeah, now it's like.
Is he not 30 million? Is it 50
30
million?
million? Well, 30. Yeah, I think 30 million is probably.
That'd be more.
But again, like 30 million. What do you get nowadays for that?
Yeah.
Unless you find like a little bargain, like a. You know,
but the Tottenham's Sabitzer for 20.
That's what I mean. That is a bargain, though, that innit?
Sabitzer. That's a snip.
Like that is a proper bargain. Like,
keeper.
Oh, come on!
Fucking hell! You're never gonna get that.
If you're gonna go for it, you've got to make sure you get in, or just stay on your line.
That'll rattle De Gea a little bit. Get in his head.
I say this a lot, but would you say St James's Park is the stadium that looks most like Old Trafford in the Premier League?
Probably, yeah.
It's got a similar look to it, hasn't it, I think?
Yeah.
Similar scale and the sort of the way that it's got the like corrugated bits and bobs knocking about.
It's probably one of the oldest alongside Old Trafford, isn't it? A lot of the newer stadiums, aren't
there? Yeah.
Well, it's probably Goodison.
Goodison, probably.
Sellers Park. Is that old?
Well, that'll be old.
That feels like it.
Fingers are good for the City Ground, Forest.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an old one. Sellers Park, 1924. City
Again,
Ground.
like, what's going on there?
1898, sorry.
Yeah.
What's City Ground?
Another good spell here, Newcastle.
I don't think United have had a shot on target in the first 32
No, we
minutes.
haven't. Easy. Right, find a pass here. That's good. Yeah, the tight spaces they pass it around, and it is miraculous, isn't it, really, how good they are. Like, look here, there's like 12... look, there's like 11 players in that group there. Go on then. Bruno's running through.
That's a great ball out. Was that for on?
I don't know, Vegos needs
Get your head up.
Twat.
Dallo!
Oh!
Didn't get hold of it, did he?
No, I thought for a second
thought
he'd come off his
shoot,
foot into the back post there.
Oof.
Better there, though. Bruno
Great
did really
ball,
well
this,
here.
is it? Was that
Rashford.
Varane? Was it Rashford?
Yeah.
Fucking mint that.
Great pass. Bruno does really well. Holds
Does the
up.
right thing.
Waits for Dallo to come in.
Oh, not too bad.
I think he didn't know whether to shoot or
I
pass.
know.
Yeah,
I'd
was
have
a
backed
bit-
the puck with
yeah.
3 foot.
Yeah, go on.
I
Do
think
you know
that's
what I
one of those
mean?
positions where if you've got like Haaland up front, he passes that.
Yeah.
If there's a striker of acclaim in the middle,
Yeah.
you go, right, I'll give it to him. With Vegos, you think, I might as well shoot.
Was Martial on the bench?
Yes.
Oh, he could be interesting in the second half.
It lasts about 5 minutes.
What's going on here?
Oof.
He's having a go at him.
Oh, Howie, that's a free kick to us. It's all over Botman. Play on.
Play on.
For fuck's sake.
All right, ref.
Okay, now. Proper one of them.
Yeah.
Now, play on! And then like, tripping over the ball, nearly falling over it. Just chill out a bit.
That's a corner. Howie.
I hate games like this.
Yeah.
I hate
breaking for our
away
back
games.
line far too easy for my
I know.
liking.
Who's that, Ante?
It's
Who's
imagine,
that there?
imagine there.
Willock there with bobbling everywhere. Luckily, it went back to him.
Do you remember that purple patch you had for your Willock?
Oh,
He
it's
scored
class.
Like 7 out of 7.
No, it might have been more than that. It might
Was
be an
it?
8 out of 8,
Yeah,
actually.
he just
Proper
couldn't stop scoring.
Lingard at West Ham.
Yeah, it
vibes,
was.
wasn't
It was just like ridiculous, wasn't it? And then he just didn't score for the next 10 games. Well, probably longer, actually.
Yeah, it was a shame. But what a run it was.
Yeah. Because I remember when it was Arsenal, wasn't it? You know, I just remember when Arsenal sold him and thought, why have they let him go?
Oh, tell you what. Oh.
Well done, Rafael
The
Varane.
pass was too slow. Right, here we go.
Right, come on,
get the
McTominay,
ball.
get
Now
your head up.
keep it. Well done.
Go on, Dan Burn. Go on, Dan Burn. Brilliant from Dan Burn. Wow.
fucking
Get
chill
in.
out.
Class.
The first time
Incredible.
he's made a tackle
Yeah,
and
and
not
he's
fouled someone.
Celebrating
acting
like he's done a goal line clearance. Tackle on the halfway line.
Just loves the club.
What's the club?
Shut up.
Is he a proper Geordie?
Yeah,
Dan Burn?
local lad, Dan Burn. Loves it.
Left wing on
Varane's just allowed to run here.
Bruno was on the left hand side there.
Go on, Anthony.
Decent little cross that.
Yeah, he's doing alright, isn't he? Oh. It's tight in there.
Come on now.
Good, well done. And let's go. St. Maximin.
That's a shit pass, isn't it?
Bloody hell.
Ah.
You know.
Yeah,
Showing
get him
long
in
stuff.
get McTominay in for him. 50 million.
Yeah.
Every bad pass Longstaff makes it, but $1 million on
Yeah.
McTominay's fee.
Well, if we do get in Europe, it's good to have players like McTominay, I think, in the squad, because it's not like a deep squad, Newcastle's.
That's what I wonder about with him. Like, does he want to go there just sit on the bench? If he thinks right,
I don't think he sits on
He
the
don't
bench.
leave United to go and sit on the
that's
bench
what I
at
mean.
Newcastle.
Like, I can't imagine that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because he does get games for United.
I think he gets games for Newcastle.
I do.
Oh, Bruno's asking for a penalty here.
Yeah, he's always asking for stuff.
Good.
Bruno.
It should be.
That's not a pen. No way.
I love how they're going to the ref like,
Fuck off,
it's not up to
Trippier.
him, is it? Let's have a look. Couldn't really tell, could you, from that first
No, I
angle?
couldn't
Didn't
see
see
it.
any problem. She's got the ball and cleared it. It's a corner.
Doesn't look like there's anything from that angle. Let's have a look here.
Yeah, corner.
No, I don't feel it doesn't look like there's much in it.
Does he get the ball, though?
I'm
Sure.
worried now because he's so convinced, isn't he, Fernandes? That's why I'm a bit worried.
The thing
Nah,
is,
I think they're playing on it already.
Fernandes wasn't in control of the ball. He was waiting for the ball to come into
Yeah.
his play, wasn't it? And then they ran into it.
Play on.
So is it a goal kick?
It's a goal kick.
So they're saying Shaw didn't get the ball then?
Ah, good point. Well, maybe it should have been something.
So he didn't get the ball,
Yeah.
but he got Bruno.
That seems a bit unfair to me.
I don't understand.
It didn't look like a foul, but surely he must have got the ball
Yeah.
for it not to be a foul, because he
And
did kick
should be,
Bruno.
yeah.
Has to be one or the other, doesn't it?
You'd think so. Unless he's saying he kicked it against Bruno.
Well, oh well,
I didn't think, it's not one of them where I'm like, oh my god, that's a penalty.
No. Nice.
Oh, well done, the horse.
Come on, McTominay.
Go on, Alan. Burn him. On a ball. Go on, Sean. Oh, what a rocket! Oh, that was close, wasn't it? Bloody hell.
He scored one like that against United
Wow.
before,
Yeah,
didn't he?
yeah.
Wow.
I hate that.
That was, I thought that was in. The
I
way
did.
De Gea dived
I
as
thought
well.
that
It
was
was like, oh, God.
Always
Oh, you
close,
bugger.
that.
Wow.
Oh, it's close, that, isn't it?
Oh.
Yeah, it's closer than I thought it was initially. I didn't think it was that close.
McTominay couldn't do that.
No. He probably would have scored.
Have we
yeah.
had a chance in 40 minutes?
No.
Half chance, didn't we? Was it
Dello.
Vegas with a
Oh, yeah.
not a
Oh, yeah,
proper
that
chance,
shot that hit
though.
the side netting.
Not like a proper.
We've
9
had one
shots
shot.
to 1.
Fucking hell.
Wow.
I know they're at home, but still.
No, that's too much. Go on, Luke. Well done. Oh, that's shit, though.
Oh, it's poor from
Keep the ball.
Mercy.
Well done.
This is the perfect time to score now.
No, he's never going to
They've
get
been
there, is he?
battering us.
Yeah, goal just...
Oh, wow. What a ball that is.
It feels like it's a matter of time before Newcastle score. If I'm
Yeah, it
honest.
does.
Oh.
Did well there, Dello.
Go, go, go.
Keep his run going.
Come on, Veg.
Oh.
unlucky.
Decent ball, that is unlucky.
Yeah, good flick from Anthony there.
Yeah,
He's
it's a little link up there.
Had some good moments today, Anthony. That's lovely. That.
Been United's best player, would you say, Anthony? Today?
Yeah, up there. I think Varane and Martinez have looked pretty composed as well, but certainly of the attackers, he's done the most, hasn't he? This is a proper Newcastle game as well, this, isn't it? Just like missing chances, but we're not losing, so it's going well.
Would you take a draw, Ethan?
Oh yeah, a good result, but I just feel like there's an opportunity here.
Yeah.
Playing quite well. Newcastle's problem all season though is being clinical. That's why we draw so many games.
Chance here, 1-on-1 with Dallo.
He's got
St. Maximin.
What's he doing? Oh, it's great. Tit. What's he doing?
What were you saying?
Clinical.
Clinical.
Bloody hell.
Looking
Hey,
shocking.
saw his
here,
naming
innit?
lights there, didn't he?
Okay.
United really.
I thought he
let
cut it back to
chances
the
in
wrong
here.
player, though. He should have cut it back earlier.
Oh, he just should have scored. He just
One big-
wellied it.
One big boot upfield. Great touch by Isaac. In
Yeah,
fairness.
that's sick.
That was a great touch.
Like, he should play in Isaac. Not Isaac.
But still, when it does come to Willock, oh, don't hit it so hard. Does it hit the
hits it
bar?
as hard as he can, doesn't he?
That was
Oh.
his fault. Well over that.
What's he doing? Oh, it does hit the bar tree, I think.
7 yards out there. He needs to be doing better there. Look at everyone. Win that. Keep it. Well done. Well done. This is better. Right.
Go and get in that area.
Left wing, left wing. Fucking 3-on-1 here.
2
Yeah,
minutes.
keep the corner.
Oh,
Well
no,
done.
come on
He
now.
did well there because he had no help
Yeah.
whatsoever.
He's looked live,
3v1.
hasn't he? I like
Yeah.
it from
Yeah, me
so
too.
far this game.
Feeling like you've had a chance to win. You could be 3-0 up already here.
With two at least with the two Willock chances, wasn't it? After De Gea spilt it.
And Isaac's header from 6 yards out probably should have done better with it. Should be, lucky to still be in it here, United. Go on, Luke. Come on. Anthony.
Oh.
Poor defending. He had all the space, didn't he?
Yeah, free volley at the back post there.
Difficult
He sort
to
of
get
jumps
right.
into it in the end.
Yeah.
He's like he
He's
doesn't
in the
quite
air.
get his feet right.
It's in the air, isn't he, when he hits it?
Weird finish that, wasn't it?
Just so much space.
He had time, though, as well. That was weird.
Annoying as well because Casemiro's probably our best threat from set pieces as well, isn't he? So
Yeah,
you
he's
don't just
quite
miss
good
him
at
in
set
field,
pieces,
but
isn't he?
he's
Scored a header against Newcastle in the cup final.
Yeah, scored against Chelsea. Scored 2 or 3 more. 1 or 2 more as well. But just dangerous in there. I don't like it when goalies wear shorts sleeves. Unless you like Casillas or like playing in
I know.
Europe.
So frustrating that. Gondolo, stay with him.
Fucking hell, another free shot here.
Oh, no.
Never.
No way. No
It's
way.
literally,
Yeah.
he couldn't be in a better position there.
Just got excited. You shout, don't you? You appeal everything.
Well done. Go again then.
Go on. Run at him.
It's alright.
That's alright.
Yeah, he was fully arms behind his back there, wasn't
Yeah.
he?
Yeah.
Couldn't have
Hit
done
him
it
on the
anymore.
shoulder. No.
Good defending.
Funnily enough, though,
unlucky.
that's your hands like that are in a more unnatural position than if they were by your side.
Yeah, yeah.
And yet you have to do that to not give a penalty away.
Yeah.
No.
Not at all. Really good defending.
Yeah.
Didn't even look away, did he?
No.
Stood his ground.
Another free shot though for Newcastle.
Yeah.
Keep finding that space on the cutback, don't they? We're all running into the near post. They lay it back. Oh, that's a good pass. That. Go on,
Keep
Scott.
going.
Again.
On ball from McTominay, I thought. It's on ball.
There's his goal kick now. What are you thinking? Any subs at half time? 43 minutes gone?
Probably not half time. I want to see Martial come on at some point.
Yeah.
I just don't know how long he's going to give it. Maybe. He likes 60 minutes, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Maybe gives him half an hour. Because there's always that worry, like, I know you were messing about before, but there's that worry of how fit is he?
Yeah,
do you know
yeah.
what I mean? Like, has he
he's
got more than half an hour in him?
Well, even if he's fully over his injuries, which, you know, hopefully is, he can't be fully fit.
No.
Not played in 2 months.
That's what I mean. So, and this is pretty fast paced in it, to say the least. So, I wouldn't do anything yet.
And there's not really
just
many
get into
subs
him
that
and
can
sell
make
him.
a
Stop
midfield.
fucking panicking.
Bring Fred on, maybe. Yeah, I think we need to stall a little bit here, don't we?
Yeah.
Get to half time. Regroup.
There's options though. You look at the likes of Sancho's on the bench, Palestra.
Yeah. Sancho might not be a bad shout. Although who for? You'd have to be Rashford. But you're not going to take him off now.
No, is he fucked?
Unless you wanted to do a little
Sancho
Sancho on the left,
Rashford
Rashford
front. In the middle.
Yeah.
It's always an option, isn't it?
I think it'd be unfair to take Anthony off. He's the only one who's looked any good. Keeper? No. And again, it's got 1 minute stoppage time.
Yeah.
Spooky this.
Kind of expected Newcastle's come at us though. Like,
yeah,
it's not that grim. Do you know what I mean? To be 0-0 at half times, considering.
No. It's just the fact that they've made so many chances, isn't it?
Yeah, I just want to see a bit more from us going forward.
That's a good pass. Go on then, turn. Well done, Sabitzer. Done well there.
The thing that makes me worry is that we've had so many chances and we've not scored. And when you're playing a team like Man United, they don't have to have loads of chances. They get one that comes to a top player like Rashford and he bags it and you win 1-0.
Yeah.
That was the same in the final, wasn't it? You had most possession in the first half, and then towards the end of the first half we scored.
That's true, yeah.
It'll be half time, I think.
Yep, I think so.
Yeah. Half time, Manchester United, Newcastle United 0, sorry, Manchester United 0. Newcastle definitely with the better of the chances. What do you think of that first half, Ethan?
I'm really happy with how Newcastle played. I'm actually a bit frustrated that we're not leading at the break. Because, like I was just saying a moment ago, if you get that many chances and you don't score one, it's you might not get that in the second half.
Yeah.
United might tighten up. Ten Hag's really good at identifying problems, isn't he? And fixing them straight away.
Yeah.
So I'm a bit worried. Maybe we've lost our chance now. But if we keep doing the same second half, let's see if we get more opportunities, and maybe one of them will go in this time.
Yeah, Jay, thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit frustrating the amount of times we're giving the ball away, but all in all, I'm not that disappointed or frustrated with the overall performance. I think we just want to see a bit more in the final third.
Yeah.
Anthony's got to be in a damn burn all day long. We need to get him on the ball more and run at him, because I think, that initial first 10-15 minutes he was really getting in behind him, and then he sort of slowed down a little bit. I know we swapped for a little while, but I think we get Anthony on the ball, get at him, like you were saying, if it stays like this, 0-0 with half an hour to go, get Martial on, because Vegas barely touched it.
This isn't the sort of game for Vegas, I don't think.
No.
Because we're almost playing counter-attacking football here.
Yeah.
And it feels like Vegas hold-up play kind of can help in that situation. But when you're running in behind, when you're playing it out to the wings quickly and getting it in the box, he can't keep up with play, really. And he can't get in front of his man. I think that, this doesn't really suit him. The other thing is, the wingers have had no support in attack from the fullbacks. I don't think I've seen an overlap once. Dallow's barely getting up. He's hit some balls from deep. But you're not seeing, there's been a lot of times where it's been Anthony surrounded by two players, Rashford surrounded by two players, with no support from the fullbacks. I think maybe that's because we're not keeping possession, but I think we'd keep possession better if we saw more of that.
I think that's exactly it. There seems to be a huge gap between midfield, and obviously this is a bit of a makeshift midfield from what we used to with Sabitzer and Spencer Fernandez and McTominay. And that's why Newcastle seems to be getting in over the top of the midfield. So I think that's restricting our full-backs pushing up. For me, the substitution would be Weghorst, Rashford in the middle, and then Sancho out left for me.
Yeah, and it's just I mean, do you think do you see a change at half-time? Or do you just think we'll play differently?
I don't know. I think he'd like to tighten it up a bit more. I think we're losing far too many second balls. Every time the ball's going bouncing or something, we don't seem to be going after it in the sort of intensity that Newcastle are. So I don't think we'll see a change immediately. I think he'll probably give it 55 minutes, and then I think he'll sort of identify what he wants to do.
Yeah. Andy, thanks for coming on. Give us your thoughts on the first half. 0-0. Newcastle with the better of the chances, though.
definitely
Yeah.
70%, 80% all Newcastle and United. Like some fantastic saves from De Gea. I mean, that double save, the second one, he didn't even know.
Yeah, just on the floor. It is
Just
him.
on the floor, he puts that a bit higher, and it's 1-0. So we had one chance with Vegas. That was it. There's some nice bits of skill, some nice interlink change play.
Yeah.
We should have had a penalty. It's like, in my view,
Do you
that's...
think it was weird that, wasn't it? So
What, the Bruno Fernandes one?
Yeah.
It was a bit weird where
it's debatable, but yeah.
At first glance, I thought no, but then you think, well,
Caught him.
there's clearly contact on Bruno. There's two, hit into each other, and then he's given a goal kick, which obviously suggests that he doesn't think the defender's got the ball. What did you think that was a penalty?
Yeah, I do. It's like the one yesterday, Wolves against Nottingham Forest. It was a penalty for Nottingham Forest, and he went to VAR, didn't give it, and just went and played down and give the goal kick to Wolves. So you just get sick of them. The technology's there, but the officiating is absolutely farcical.
Yeah. We've got a super chat. Akash Solomon says, Jay said it before, it's okay when you're 4-0 up, but not when you need a goal. Vout should have scored. Need Tony to come on, and the midfield is being overrun, but no one to bring on except Fred. Yeah, that's always the concern, in it, where you look, we need some help in midfield, but none of the options that we've got help us keep the ball, help us
Fred.
kind of build up some play. Sabitz is probably the best we've got already. Sorry, the best we've got, and he's already on, which is a bit of a worry, isn't it?
Yeah, it certainly is. And I think for Fred, if you're bringing Fred on, it's to play more towards their box than you want to play in ours.
It's like flashbacks to Nam last season, you know what I mean? If you met Fred, come on.
If you look at some of the stats then, going through it, Newcastle 11 shots to United's 2, 3 on target. United not had a shot on target. 2 big chances, more completed passes than United, over double the amount of attacking third passes. The only thing United are doing better on is dribbling past people, and that's mostly because Anthony's had Dan Burn on toast, but not to any particularly exciting conclusions. The other things, more shots. Varane's had the most passes, but after that, Newcastle got 3 players in there holding the ball better than United before you found another United player. Attacking third passes, it's all Newcastle. St Maximin with 10 out of 11 passes completed. St Maximin with 5 chances created. He's probably been their best player, or certainly their most dangerous player in the final third, hasn't he?
I don't think there's been a massive cause for concern if you look at the context of the season. Or how many games have we had this season where with the first half we've not looked very good?
No.
I mean, this has been a testament to Ten Hag's managerial now. Since he's managed to change it at half time, and Man United have come out a completely different team.
Yeah.
So, I don't think United can get much worse than they were in the first half, especially on an attacking front. Everything has gone through Anthony, so you'd expect them to go better there. But I imagine they're going to get a bollocking for the amount of shots they're getting on them.
I know, it's like Barcelona. It's like there were nothing first half.
Yeah, that changed, didn't it?
He changed it, like you say, within 2 minutes, everything changed.
Yeah.
A pep talk is what you need. Like you say, you don't need the hairdryer treatment, but you need to set out a few rules and say, come on, you're better than this.
Yeah, we need a little bit. Gareth Blades, hello mate. Went to school with him. He says, Scott's been a passenger. We need people who can create. Sancho 10. I think Sancho makes a bit of sense because he keeps the ball. I know he sometimes lacks adventure, but someone to come on and hold possession a little bit. But the only thing is, who do you take off? Vegas maybe? Put Rashford up front? That's what we're thinking
that's
before.
what I do.
It's like...
Because he's not been in the game at all, Vegas, does he?
Options, like you say, did you bring Martial on? You know what I mean?
I think Martial's a bigger risk than Sancho because you're not just looking at this one game. If Martial comes on and he's not fit, then you could delay his comeback even further. He goes off and gets injured.
But do you take a chance with him with 10 minutes to go? Maybe.
Yeah. I don't think we can wait. It depends if you want how much he wants to win the game. I don't think a draw is the worst result.
I agree.
The league positions where we are now, I don't think a draw is.
I know. It's like say the results this weekend have been favourable.
Yeah. Although if you look at the last league game was the Liverpool match. We know what then that's 2 games we've not won in the league.
Yeah, away we haven't won away since Leeds. So to get back on the away banner. Yeah. In the league, I know we've won in Spain, but an away win is, like you say, you need away wins at the end of the season.
Yeah. Vegas has attempted half as many passes as the 21st player on the pitch. So he's made less passes than anyone, and Isaac's next with 10. He has attempted 5 passes. So he's by far the least involved player on the pitch. I think if anyone would be coming off, you'd think it would be him, wouldn't you?
Yeah. He's not contributed at all, but you say you can't keep playing the same team week after week after week. You've got to change it.
And for once, we've actually got an option. We've got someone who we can bring
Yeah,
on for him. It's
Martial.
just whether he's got 45 minutes in his legs, isn't it?
Yeah. Mind you, he had 45 minutes in it, he had, and he scored a couple of decent goals. He played well for about 10-15 minutes.
That's true. Ethan, from the Newcastle perspective, do you expect any changes at half-time? What do you think United will do differently second half?
Ooh, good question. I wouldn't expect Newcastle to make any changes. They've been playing really well at a really good intensity, making chances. Eddie Howe will be like, let's keep doing that again second half, so why would he make any changes? I think Erik ten Hag may make a few changes, absolutely. In terms of substitutions, I think you're right, Drew. I think if anyone's going to go, it would be Weghorst. He's just been out of the game completely. If you're playing on the counter-attack like United are doing, you need a quicker striker to get in behind, whether that's bringing on Martial, who we're not seeing for a while, or whether that's putting Rashford down the centre, maybe bringing on... is Sancho available?
Sancho's on the bench.
Putting on Sancho, maybe wide. That might be the route forward, but Weghorst just hasn't been in the game, sadly.
No, he hasn't, has he?
No.
5 passes he's made. He's made less passes than anyone on the pitch.
Yeah.
He's tried 5, made 4.
Here's a question for
the
you.
next highest is 10.
Would he do a job for you?
Weghorst?
Yeah.
I think we've got two... Well, Callum Wilson's lost a bit of form, but I think Alexander Isak starts ahead of Weghorst any day. I do like Weghorst as a player, but...
I could have seen him a couple of years ago at Newcastle.
Yeah,
that type from Burnley or something like that.
Andy Oates in the comments, he said, Ethan, no offence, mate, sorry I called you a geek, I take it all back. So that's okay.
That's a win for me. That feels like a goal.
That's like a nice little round end to that story, isn't it?
Yeah, that's lovely.
Yeah,
thanks for that,
No,
mate.
it's not. Say it with your chest out. Stand by your guns.
No, not Oates.
Yeah, give them both barrels back. Thank you for the compliment. Now we move on.
Yeah, now we
go
move
again
on.
next week.
We'll go again.
Yeah, love that. Yeah, United need to do something different. Do you think Ten Hag's thinking, I've got a little plan here? Or do you know what I mean? When he does his things.
He tends to, doesn't he?
He does.
Because just chatting, how many chances did you have in the first half?
Well, they had 11 shots, 3 on target. But their XG, whatever. Their XG was like 1.1 after 30 minutes or 20 minutes. So like they should have scored a goal before the second half of the first half.
It's almost like we were just chatting with Alexia, and it's almost the same as Anfield, but they scored all their chances.
Yeah.
It's like,
he's got.
Do you know what I mean?
You could be 4-0
They had
up.
like 10 chances and scored 7 of them.
He's right.
You've had 10.
It could have
and
been like
scored
3 or
none.
4-0 for Newcastle, and
Yeah.
Which I think is worrying.
not nice.
Because we've ridden out look a little bit where your finishing's been slightly lacklustre. I think even the save that David De Gea made, it was a good save, but I probably expect him to make that save, to be honest with you.
Well, yeah.
A double one.
Well, Newcastle again.
He got like the first one, it was soft enough for him to save. The second one,
He's just sprawled out on a
Yeah.
Saturday night on the floor. I think
yeah.
someone too
So,
many
but
brown
it
ale.
wasn't like it was. I think Joe pointed out in the Watchalong, it was more poor finishing than great goalkeeping.
Yeah.
And then the Willett one where it blazed over was just.
Newcastle's expected goals for that game, for that half,
Yeah.
was 1.81.
Right.
United's was 0.14. So Newcastle should have scored probably 2 goals.
Yeah. That tells its own story.
It's a shame, isn't
You
it?
can't ride your luck like that for the second half. You've got to be a little bit more,
It's a bit. It's a bit mad because when Newcastle came to Old Trafford, basically you parked the bus.
Yeah.
And we didn't like it. I remember Leeds parked the bus against you before Christmas,
And
we
we
were
didn't like
talking,
it. Yeah.
and you say you don't like it being done to you. It's like you got to find a way to get a result.
No, you're spot on. The one thing that does worry me, because maybe this is biased in the sense of I cover Man United games for a job, so I watch most of them. But I think Ten Hag is maybe one of the best managers, and when there's something wrong at half time and there's something not right, he changes it and he fixes it and he puts you back on track. That's my one worry. I think
He
he's
can
the
get
best
you a result.
Yeah, I think so.
We have a really good record, don't we, of our substitute scoring of turning games
Exactly.
around.
Yeah.
I think it's one of the best in Europe's top 5 leagues or something. I know it's not always gone to plan, obviously, but by and large, he does tend to work out what's going wrong.
Yeah.
I think,
It's just sometimes, and we
it's
say
got
this a
any
lot,
knock-on.
where you can only do that if there is usually there's an equation you can work out that will help you win a game, but sometimes there isn't.
No.
Sometimes, I mean, you'd hope Martial's part of that answer, but sometimes you just can't win a game.
Like City away, there wasn't a way he could go, well, if I do this, we'll win this now.
No,
in the
there was
second
no-
half. It was done.
There was no
Do you know
move
what I
he could
mean?
have played that would have won us that
Just play
game.
for your pride.
Yeah, which to be fair, we kind of did a bit, but I get that. I do feel with this though, there is a way. I think if you put, the two squads together, you look at it, you think United have probably got a stronger squad.
Yeah.
Stronger team. So there should be a way of working out
Bit like the Leeds away.
how to do this.
Yeah, so Leeds give us a right game.
Weghorst in the 10, didn't he?
Yeah.
Rashford went up top, that worked well.
Yeah, I think we're going to struggle to dominate the midfield because we just don't have the options. I think what we've got to do is push them back by making chances. I think United have got to be more attacking and
bit of a reminiscence
look a bit more dangerous because we're not going to. I don't think we're going to push them back by holding the ball, building it up, and Barcelona in them. I think we've got to try and scare Newcastle by making chances, and I don't think Weghorst at the minute is
just
looks
seeing
up to it.
highlights of Anthony, who seems to have the beating of Dan Burn, doesn't he, really?
Yeah, I'm surprised Burns not ended that half on a booking, to be honest.
Yeah,
because he's made 3 or 4 fouls. I don't know if I can get the stats on this, but he's certainly fouling people.
Not wrong with a bit of passion, man. Play tough
fouls
football.
committed, Dan Burn 3, so he's probably 1 off a booking. So
yeah, feels like that, doesn't it? Feels like next one.
Cheeky,
Cheeky,
very cheeky indeed. Yeah. Would you take a draw, Andy?
I'll be satisfied, but with the way the results have gone this weekend, 3 points. Liverpool, bye-bye. If we win today, you're out of it.
Yeah.
That's it. And when we go on to Wednesday with a game in hand, so a point's good, but you've got to get a win. Newcastle will be saying the same thing with the results yesterday.
Would you take a draw now? Because at the start of the game you said you would.
Yeah.
You see that first half where Newcastle should have scored minimum 1, probably 2.
Yeah.
Would you still take a draw?
I think I could give you a more clear answer, maybe 15 minutes at the second half, to see what Man United are doing and how they're responding.
Well, I'm not asking you then. I'm asking you now.
But I'm a bit.
I can tell you after the game's finished whether I'm content or would have been happy at half time for a draw.
He's new to
depending
this.
on how it pans out.
You've got to remember, guys, he's new to
am I allowed
this.
to
He's
do my
a
score
baby to
prediction
this
after the
situation.
game? Proper Darren Brown revealing the lottery numbers. Do you remember that? When Darren Brown went, I'm going to guess the lottery numbers. And then there was a telly with the lottery on and his numbers next to it. And he revealed his balls after the lottery numbers came out. You're like, no, that's not prediction. That's just copying.
All right, Drew. All right, Drew.
Would you take a draw now?
No, Drew. I'd take a win because we've battered you first half.
Okay.
Does that answer that question?
Did you see
Saturday
that?
night Newcastle, innit?
Speaking of, did you see that the big sort of TIFO, which is now sort of just common parlance, in the Newcastle end, which is obviously it's all their end, that just says "We are Newcastle" on it. No United in sight after this whole sort of
I've heard that
faux outrage at Sky Sports. We're Newcastle United. Your own sign that is by the looks of it 70 foot wide has no mention of Newcastle on it whatsoever. So I think that puts that to bed, doesn't it?
That settles that argument.
Well, not that you were making
There's only one United.
Yeah, that's Hartlepool. It's Hartlepool United.
But this whole thing about like people pretending to be offended at being called Newcastle. There you go.
Yeah, it's just looking for something. Right, it's the second half. He's on the way. I think
second
Scotty's
half's
going to
about to
join
kick
us.
off.
We'll hear from Andy Tate after the game. Don't you worry about
Yes,
that.
absolutely. Yeah, second half kicks off. As far as I can see, no substitutions for United. Weghorst still in the midfield. We've still got Anthony. Still got Sabitzer. No changes for United. I don't think any changes for either team actually as we go into the second half. If we get a touch of Val, that'd be lovely.
Touch of Val.
Touch of Val. Yeah. Good half from Anthony. That probably one of I say one of his better halves. Not he didn't score or anything, but I think he looked United's best player, which is not often we can say that.
You want to see from him just running at defenders, trying to make things happen.
Yeah,
and he's done that. So I'm all about that. I don't mind if it doesn't come off because you expect wingers to at least try, and sometimes it comes off, sometimes it doesn't. Sorry. So yeah, I was impressed with him.
Yeah.
I feel like I need a booster seat here, Joe, because the mic's quite high on
That's
me.
soft.
We can just do that. Put it forward, tilt it down.
That's a good
You alright?
Yeah. Just saying that maybe I need like a booster seat or something.
Ryan Brewster seat.
Yeah.
Ryan Brewster seat.
Hey. You can get yours. We've got some stools over there if you want to sit on one of them.
No, that's alright, Trey.
Yeah,
I'm
you
alright.
got
You got that at the barber?
Yeah. Well, when I used
Oh
to...
yeah, like my lad has that. Yeah, do you have one of them seats?
No, when I done my driving lessons, I used to get a pillow.
Did you?
Yeah, like a cushion. Yeah, I'm sure used to give us a cushion to sit on. Yeah, used to make it. It used to be class. Yeah.
How old were you? They
Just
put
like
bricks to the bottom of
a
your
few
feet.
months ago.
Yeah.
Dangerous area for Newcastle.
Hey.
Free kick.
Like short round in Temple of Doom. Hey.
Oh, a goal would be nice here.
Really dangerous area. I reckon it might go for the shot here.
Who's
Trippier,
this
right on the
Trippier?
corner of the 18-yard box.
Fuck off.
Oh, bloody hell.
Another free
It's took
header
him
there.
out.
It has.
Is he alright?
Oh, that would give you concussion, wouldn't it?
Well, maybe.
I can't head the ball. Can you? I don't know how to properly head it. Every time I head the ball, I feel a bit funny. You know what I mean?
What part of your head do you head it with?
This bit.
Just,
Yeah.
no, just like here.
No, bad.
It's not bad.
Yeah, it's very much sort of this area you want to be heading with.
Yeah, I always get it wrong.
Yeah, the sort of middle to the top of the forehead there
Yeah.
is where you want to be going.
It always knocks us out. Makes us feel funny.
I mean, you're playing goal, so it's
Yeah, but-
unusual that
Yeah,
you
why are you heading it anyway?
Oh,
A five-a-side pitch.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you
Why
go-
using the
you
top
sweep-
of your head?
Just makes you feel like, I always feel like if I come out and I sweep when I'm playing in goal or whatever and I do a header, I'm like, don't have a shot in the next like 2 minutes because I just need to get my bearings again because I'm feeling dizzy.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
I
I
do
wonder
know
if
what you mean.
goalkeepers like that feel like that when they're playing.
Probably don't head it, do
Or
they?
like defenders when they head it wrong, they're like, God, just don't do anything for the next few minutes.
It doesn't seem like that ever happens.
No, but it should.
Yeah. Okay. So who's that down then? Who was it?
Fabian Schär, I think,
Fabian
Joe.
Schär.
Probably the best looking player in the Premier League.
Really?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Who else is in that conversation, do you think, Jay?
For good-looking lads?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think it might just be Fabian Schär.
I think Sancho's a good-looking lad.
Yeah.
No.
You don't think?
No.
I think he's quite handsome.
Do you?
Yeah.
I'd say Sabitzer from United.
No.
Sabitzer?
No.
He's got that
Rugged-
sort of
rugged
like...
good looks.
I think he's got that kind of... Yeah. He's
Look
a
at him.
painter
Yeah.
in the sort of Renaissance. But do you know, before he got posh? Like where he was just sort of battling through the rats.
Yeah, before the hipsters got involved.
Yeah. He's got that to him. I think Sean Longstaff's a good-looking
No.
guy.
Loris Karius is really good.
What about
looking.
Grealish?
Karius is
Grealish
good.
is always fancied.
Oh, yeah,
Grealish, yeah.
Grealish gets a lot of
Yeah.
love on social media.
Let's not mess
If
about.
Grealish don't have that hair though,
I mean, yeah, maybe that's part of his
Yeah,
appeal.
but that's...
and them
you know,
calves.
The cows, then buttocks. Sorry. sorry. That lovely tight little bum. I mean, nothing. I mean, fuck City, I hate him.
buttocks. There's buttocks. There's life-changing buttocks.
Yeah. Those come to bed eyes. I mean, I hate him.
Fuck off. Where's your missus? Tell me it's alright. I've slipped again. It's got the better of me again.
There's a clip that's going to come out, just so you know.
The thoughts are back. The thoughts are back. Have you ever seen that Louis Theroux documentary? And this is it's taken a radical turn. But where
Come on,
there's
we're all about that,
there's people
especially on a 0-0.
People in prison who are in prison for the worst thing you can do.
Yeah.
Which is the old sort of child offences.
Oh yeah, I've seen that
Shoplifting.
one.
Yeah. And they go to his room and he's got paintings of like naked cherubs
Yeah.
on the wall.
Yeah.
And Louis like,
Well,
this
he's
is
allowed.
what about this? And and he's like, yeah, you know, it's just sort of whatever. And all the police people in the prison are like, we didn't really notice he'd had that. You're like, sorry,
notice he
what is
had
this?
that.
This
We
is
took
a
it
prison
down.
exclusively for that.
Yeah.
And he's literally
Oh,
got a
go on,
poster on his
Sabitzer.
wall of that. It's insane.
Is this
isn't
a
it?
Brass Eye episode?
Yeah.
No, it's
This is
genuine.
literally the
It's
last
in
thing we
America.
wanted to happen.
Yeah, it's genuinely in America. It's like,
And he's like saying like, oh, I don't interpret it in that way.
I
It's
think
not
he's
like
very,
it is,
very
right?
good, Louis Theroux, when
Yeah,
he does
he's
those
great.
docs, because he sort of gets them chatting to him and all that, but you can see he's part of him is like, what are you on about?
Yeah.
What is wrong with you?
Yeah.
but he always talks to him like he's their mate and he
Yeah,
understands him.
he
Which
walks
gets him
that
to
fine
say
line
more.
like quite well, I feel.
Yeah.
So it's not easy, because obviously you go in there just hating on him, they're not going to talk to you.
No.
But then you don't want to be going like, oh, this is all right.
No.
Yeah, he masks empathy,
Yeah,
doesn't he?
because it's like I've seen a few of them where like that most hated family in America where he spends time with them.
Oh, Westboro Baptist
Yeah,
Church.
and they're just horrible, aren't they?
But can you imagine
Horrible,
how hard
horrible.
that is to do?
I know.
To be in a cult.
You know what?
To be in a cult.
Oh, cult.
No, to interview him and spend time with him.
Cult.
Like, because he's listening
Not
to
get
horrible
demonetized.
things and opinions
Yeah.
and that, trying to reason with just vile
Yeah.
morons. Come on, man, that's so basic. Well done,
He's
Anthony.
so lucky Saint Maximin struggles with that final product in it because he'd be He's like Vinicius Junior, but he can't shoot.
Yeah.
You know, like the agility and the speed off the line is unbelievable, but his passing and his shooting is like
Not
consistently not good, isn't it?
Good
like
lad.
He's like a much better version of Adama Traore.
He's better than Adama.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think so.
He's meant at running for like 15 yards with the ball, innit? And doing nothing with it.
He's more of an athlete like Adama Traore, isn't he, than a footballer.
He's great at getting into that final third,
Yeah.
getting everyone excited and then just not doing anything.
Yeah.
His YouTube highlights.
Yeah,
It's him,
yeah, it's just there to there, and it
him
like
on different pitches.
Yeah, so he gets near that 18-yard box, then it just ends.
Yeah.
So we went to Barcelona. What the fuck was that about?
Yeah. That was mental, wasn't it?
Wasn't that this season?
Yeah.
And then he came back about 6 weeks
Yeah,
later.
we were like, actually,
It's just a
he's not
holiday.
very good.
That was random, that.
You could have him back.
He switched countries as well, didn't he?
Spanish now.
Yeah, because
Is
he
it?
became Spanish and he was playing for
Who did he
some
used to be?
smaller nation. I can't remember.
Yeah, he went to Barcelona in 2022.
It's absolutely bonkers what goes on now.
Yeah. Last season played 11 games, 17 games, no goals.
That's a surprise.
He's a 1-6-3-1-3 goals per season kind of guy.
I mean, that's consistent.
Yeah.
Steve liked him, didn't he, for a while? Steve was like, we need to get him in. Well, I think even he ran out of
In
fucking steam.
350 career games, he
Ooh,
scored, he
that
scored
was
29 goals.
shit. He's in what? Sorry, say that again.
350 career games, 29 goals. He's less than a 1 in 10 winger.
Considering the amount he gets the ball and the amount of ability he's actually got to run with it.
I thought it was an
Communication there, boys.
Yeah.
It's weird though, because when he's come on Traore, I'd always get a little bit of fear.
Yeah.
You think, oh god, here
Well,
we
he
go.
was really good against us at the start of last season in that game. Pissing past Fred, wasn't he?
Yeah. Is that where we played Wolves like 12 times?
No, it was the year before.
Oh, God, yeah.
Remember that?
I remember that.
Every game was shite.
Yeah, there's so many 0-0s and 1-1s, wasn't there?
Oh, fuck, you know.
Corner to Newcastle.
Oof. Oh, not
Really
this short corner rubbish. You hate it, Jay, don't you?
I fucking, yeah, it drives me mad.
Oh, good little
Oh, great.
summit.
What a load of rubbish. Put it in, eh?
Yeah.
Get
Do
your
you
head
know
on
what
it.
the worst thing is, right? When we do this short corner at United, when like we need a goal,
Yeah.
like I think it might have been a Leeds game, I can't remember, it was one where we were drawing, and we do the fucking short corner in like last 2 minutes and lose possession. You're like, why don't you just fucking get it in the box? Yeah. Like chasing a goal, the clock's running down and you're messing about with this nonsense that never works.
Just put it in.
I remember we used to do it all the time under Van Gaal, do you remember? Yeah. Daily Blind and Juan Mata. And you're just like, what are we doing? And like,
Did Phil Jones take a corner on?
yeah, he did, yeah. It was away, was it at Stoke? I can't remember where it was actually. I don't know if it was
It was a
Stoke.
cup game.
Yeah.
Oh, no, man.
Well done
Great
there, Bruno
turn.
Fernandes.
Fucking hell.
Really good.
Right, get your head
Composure
up,
there.
Scott.
Got to find Anthony. Not like that.
Poor start to the second half. Anthony's given it away 3 times.
I don't blame Tommy there. He kind of, I don't mind him doing that.
He didn't have much on.
Yeah,
He's brought
and
the
just
ball,
brought the
60
ball out,
yards
give it to
forward.
someone who can create something. But then Anthony just didn't do anything with it. Fewest touches this match is Wout Weghorst at 7. That's half as many as the nearest one. It's Nick Pope on 15, so it's less than half, I should say.
Wow. Oh. That would have been true.
Go through him,
dickhead.
That's a shame.
Great turn there. Who's that? Dallo. Bloody hell. Find a pass then. Well done.
That's better.
Yeah, much better.
Right,
Bit
go
of
on,
space here now.
drive,
A little
Shaw. Go on,
2v2
lad.
here.
Send Marcus.
Bit behind him there, wasn't
Yeah. Go on, skin him.
it? Anthony.
That's a pass back, that man.
Yeah,
Is that our first shot on
Fucking
target?
hell. I think you're right, actually.
yeah, first on target.
55 minutes in.
And it was, might as well have been off target really, and the amount of chance it had of going in.
He's the only one looking like doing anything for you, though, Anthony, in terms of creating something.
Go on, Miners. Keep going.
Nice, Murphy. Really good. Got to play him, Jacob. Too many touches.
Stay
No.
with him, man.
Oh, well done.
Well
Well played,
Martinez.
Martinez there, all over the show.
Oh, I've got that horrible feeling in my chest again. Oh,
Angina.
yeah.
What's that horrible feeling you've got?
Just like that, kind of like nervousness and that. Oh,
Bit Tommy Cooper, this.
yeah. Is it?
Hey,
Is that what he does?
Just like that.
hey.
Yeah.
Do you remember Tommy Cooper? Have you heard of him?
My oh, sorry.
Did you wet your pants?
My girlfriend Manisha,
Yeah.
her lecturer announced Tommy Cooper dead
Where?
on the stage.
He died on stage, didn't he?
Yeah.
What, you actually, the same stage?
Yeah, you announced he was dead, I think.
He
when
came
was
out
dead.
and said he's dead.
No, like announced like, oh, he's dead.
What?
Like, do you know when like you check the pulse?
Oh, he announced it to like the people next
Yeah.
to the body.
Yeah, he said, oh, he's dead.
Fucking hell.
7 foot was party out, didn't he?
Sorry,
Messing
she
about.
goes to medical school. I should have said that.
I was completely confused what was going on there.
Yeah.
I thought you meant like he was some sort of newsreader.
No,
And he
sorry.
like announced to the nation that Tommy Cooper had died.
No, I picked up his wrist, I think, and went, oh, he's dead.
Is that a career high?
It must
Still
be.
attached to his
I
body.
announced.
Yeah.
It's one for your Twitter bio, isn't it? Announced Tommy Cooper's death to his, to the people nearest to him.
Would you steal the fez?
No, you put it over his eyes.
Yeah.
Show a bit of
Mark
respect.
of respect.
Yeah. Well done, Scott McTominay.
That's a yellow card.
Oh, dear. Oh, we'll have that. And let's go on. Get up there.
Bruno Guimaraes pulling Bruno's shirt there. The proper Bruno.
Can't get out at the minute.
Well done, Anthony. Keep the ball.
Sea of
Lovely
red.
stuff. That's good.
Well
there,
done,
Anthony.
just keep it.
Yeah, keep it for a minute. That was really good play by Anthony.
Don't
again
like
there.
it.
You're not a fan of that pass then?
No.
All right, Ethan.
On
Come on,
kittens.
Scott. What does he do here? What you got? Well, that's
That'll
all right.
do.
Corner ball.
Oh.
Sancho warming up. Actually, stripping off. I think.
Sancho and
Sancho
Marshall, I think.
What we're saying
Yep.
here then?
Yeah.
Weghorst and...
I think it'll be, unless Rashford's injured, I think it'll be Anthony.
Could he put...
think
Here's
that'd be
one for
cruel.
you. Could he take off McTominay or Sabitzer?
Put
Put-
Fred,
Or
Marsh,
maybe Sancho as a 10.
yeah,
Martial.
Fernandez deeper.
Yeah.
Possible.
Possibly, yeah. I think McTominay's done alright this half.
Maybe Sabitzer.
Yeah. Short corner from United as well. Sabitzer, back post, good. Oh, on ball, that's got to be on ball.
Why?
Martinez is claiming for it, but no one, I don't know how many are joining him.
Yeah, bugger off.
Didn't seem to be a collective thing, it just seems to be Martinez.
Yeah, well, they didn't see it like we saw it.
I'd hate the game to be ruined with something like that. Let's
What,
just
like
have
the
fun.
rules. I hate football to be, played by the rules.
Yeah, just spoils it
Let's just
when
have
they
fun
start
and handball
incorporating
it.
the rules. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Game's gone.
It's been a good game, hasn't it? With no
Yeah, we don't need to
controversies.
spoil it by giving away penalties for blatant handballs. Hey, no one wants that.
Oh dear.
Wow.
That's a ball.
Oh. Oh, it's our ball, that. No! Oh, he touched it out. He did, didn't he? Oh, bugger. Oh, what a joke.
Help him out. No, Dallo, man.
Let's go.
Shit, that.
Fucking hell.
Go on, Dan. Oh, God.
Varane winding up the gears. Well done,
Just well
McTominay.
done, McTominay there.
Really good. Keep
See,
the
this is
ball
what I
as
mean.
well.
He's having a good half, McTominay now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
3
I
on
wouldn't
3,
take him
yeah.
off
Go and
now,
get
mate.
past him.
The Weg just... The Weg, sorry.
The Weg?
The Weg. Weghorst just stands around next to the centre half.
Like the Meg.
The Weg.
The Weg is the only shark that a human can outswim.
Oh, fuck off.
Oh, no. Ah.
Nice. Go on, Bruno.
Oh, wasn't meant for him, was it?
Sabitzer's-
Well, I looked at Sabitzer's defensive stats the other day, Joe. That was
Yeah.
good there. Interception.
Shut up.
Sorry. Oh.
I was so
Here we
waiting
go,
for
here's
that
the
one.
Yeah. Did the right thing there, Marcus, as well. Take the foul all day
It'll be
long
interesting
there.
to see who comes off here. Martial and Sancho coming on. 21 is Anthony.
Oh, that's unfair.
It is a bit unfair, that.
Yeah.
But again,
Oh,
Rashford's
look,
one of
he's
them where
upset.
he's been good, Anthony. I would say he's been our best player.
Yeah, I'm surprised at that.
Like we always say, though, with Rashford, you can't take him off
No.
because he's so much more likely to pop up with a goal. But I'm really surprised by that.
I wouldn't have done that myself.
No. Weghorst off as well makes a bit more sense. Martial on. Yeah, really surprised by that. I think Anthony's been our best player.
You got Rashford out right, Sancho out left, and then Martial down the middle.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Or maybe just Sancho straight to the right, but he usually plays on the left.
Oh, 3 boys for the tune coming on.
Go on, Lanu.
Matching us up. We've got Anthony Gordon, Callum Wilson, and Drew Linton there. True. Didn't think Anthony Gordon would be fit and ready to go this game. He's had a haircut. He's just very quick, True. Loves running fast.
You got a few of them, ain't you?
Yeah. I don't know if he's started yet. He might have started 1. I don't know if he's started.
How much was he?
Oh, only 50 million.
Oh, that's alright then. All you need to
Was
do
it
is build to run fast.
45, 50, yeah.
How old is he?
I think it's 21.
Not that young then either, really, in the grand scheme of things.
I can't believe Alexander Isaac is younger than me.
Is
It's a bit
it?
mad, isn't it? And look at me.
Yeah, because he's so tall as well. He's just
Yeah.
seems older, doesn't he?
Yeah.
How tall is he? Like 6'2", 6'3"?
Yeah. I
How
think
old is
so. He's my age. He's 23. Isaac. He was born in December, and I'm born in
September.
April. 99.
He was born in September.
Oh, sorry, September.
Yeah, similar,
My
similar
bad.
sort of embers.
Still, embers. Yeah.
He's born in the embers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
yeah.
embers of the year.
Oh. I think I'll
Not
take
so
a
many
draw
chances
now.
for Newcastle second half.
Take a draw. I'm
United have
scared
done a
now.
decent job of that. We've not made a lot ourselves, but we've
Yeah.
stopped that.
Compact at the back.
Stopped that constant flow of chances for Newcastle.
Am I allowed to celebrate if we score, Joe?
Yeah, of course you can.
Do you think you'll thump us or something?
Nah, I wouldn't do that.
On
I
camera?
wouldn't ask you to come in here and,
Yeah.
you know, not celebrate.
Thanks, Trey.
It's alright.
But once the stream goes down.
Yeah. Anything
Go on,
can
Callum,
happen.
pull the plug. Just like cartoon noises.
Just get on LinkedIn. Get on LinkedIn once you've finished.
Yeah.
Celebrate.
Yes.
Have a look at, you know.
Have you ever hit an
Jobs.
employee before?
I bet it's an employee.
He's
no.
got worryingly
No.
close at times.
Yeah.
But he's
Yes,
never done it.
no.
He's never let him fly.
No.
What
Joe,
about-
Joe always calms me down.
Yeah.
You ever hit a fellow employee like when you worked somewhere? Had a fight with anyone?
Me and her had some barneys when we used to work together, but we didn't hit each other.
That's good.
But we had to leave. We used to work on a reception desk. We had to leave reception desk to go outside to argue
Really?
because we were arguing in front of. Of course, remember the manager going, "The customers, the customers." I don't give a fuck about the customers.
You don't get sacked for that?
No,
Amazing.
I only did one shift a week there. And the manager was my mate as well. What are you appealing for there,
Just
young
got
Ethan?
I just get upset. I just get upset sometimes.
Don't foul him, fucking hell.
Go on, foul him. Little cheeky foul there.
Nah, we'd hate to
Fuck
get
off.
about that.
There we
Oh,
go.
that's
Come on
well
now, hit him on the
defended.
break.
What a good tackle that is. And we'll go
Fucking
again.
hell, man.
Sean, go on, pick it quickly. There we go.
Right, hold him up, or
We've
just let him
made-
run past you.
Oh, this is a bit chaotic, isn't
He's
it?
played really well, Isaac.
Oh, God.
What are you doing there?
Just as you were saying, Joe,
Nothing
that would stop them.
Yeah.
It's like he ran to the near back post and then just stood there.
Fuck's sake. Shit there, United. They just had immediate pressure, didn't they? As soon as we made those subs, we haven't touched the ball since. Fucking hell.
Fucking joke.
I can't even tell what happened. It was, Isaac did really well.
I
in the
thought
middle.
I might have been being harsh on him. I thought De Gea just seems to run to it and just stop.
I don't know what happened there because he's
might
not
be
in
being
his
harsh.
goal, but he's not saved. He's not out there either.
Because I thought he'd gone to
So the ball.
stop the. I thought he'd gone when he's heading it back. I thought De Gea will stop him here now, but he just
Isaac
stood there.
does really well
Well, I
here.
might be
Two
being
good
harsh.
touches.
Great past that though.
And here.
2 of them back post.
Oh, what's a header back across?
I don't think he does much on De Gea. He's just not. It's a good little cross there from Guimaraes, headed back in, and then somehow United have got 5 players there, and it goes straight to the Newcastle player. Look at that, absolutely surrounded by United players,
Should
and
be
no one
marked
near him.
up. Nowhere near him, you're
No.
right.
You can't leave it.
Yeah,
like
too
that.
easy.
fucking like.
One of Sabitzer, Martinez, Varane.
If you are gonna run there though, fucking try and do something.
Yeah.
They
Shit,
deserved it, to be honest.
Yeah,
Can't
they have.
take it away from
Definitely
them.
deserved
Fucking shit that. Like you said, Joe, no subs. Just make 2 subs and then straight away they fucking score.
it. Yeah, we've not had the ball since we made those subs.
Just, I don't know. I didn't get it, to be honest with you. I get the idea of bringing Martial on for Weghorst because Weghorst had fucking barely touched it, but I think it was causing issues.
There we go. Right, come on then. 25 minutes to go here.
You need to press Nick Pope because he's terrible with his feet. Seen it against Wolves, seen it against Liverpool. Press him, you can force a mistake.
Come on.
There's going to be so much of
Rashford's
this now,
not a
isn't
good
there?
game, has he?
He's not
Barely
touched the
touched
ball.
it.
He's barely had a game.
I wouldn't have been surprised if he'd have come on. I know he, like you say, he's got a goal in him, but if he's...
But the rumours that he was injured.
Yeah, like if he'd have said, like, oh, he's not fully fit.
He's playing like he's been injured. Do you know what I mean? He looks like how he's played is a man who doesn't look like he's got much fitness there. He's barely on the ball.
Interesting, Newcastle only making 2 of those 3 substitutions now after the goal.
Yeah. Well, it's going to be so much Newcastle trying to win free kicks, letting it stay out as long as possible at goal kicks and all that, and it's just the art of time wasting coming up now.
Well done, St. Maximin, done his job. But now's the time to defend a
Got
bit
an
more.
assist.
Joe Linton.
Who was the other sub
The
you
man
were
who
going to
took
make?
Carroll Road.
Callum Wilson was going to come on.
Hey. The Lion of fucking Norwich.
Never forget. He needed that haircut. I'm glad he's got it done, Anthony Gordon.
Was it bad?
Oh, it was bad. Looked a bit like having a dead cat on your head or something like that. You know what I mean?
Nice.
Yeah. Hope he doesn't
How
mind
you-
me saying that.
How high United's line was that? Like
It was.
35 yards out.
Bit nuts.
It's a foul. He's had a good game, Isaac, hasn't he?
He's been really good, true.
Annoyingly.
So much better than Callum Wilson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's good at bringing, like you saw for the goal, a little bit of a spin, good footwork, putting the ball wide for Gamerish.
Good striking.
Really good.
Striker's play, wasn't it?
Yeah.
We've got to get these subs in the game now. I don't think they've had a touch, have they, Martial or Sancho? Fucking hell.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah, how's your touch, son?
I know.
Hey. It's a Martin Dubravka ball, that.
Brilliant player by United there.
Yeah.
Oh, it's fucking...
Last ball, eh? Go on, Sean.
Crap. Come on now, United.
Can't keep losing to all the good teams away from home.
I know, yeah.
It's just like every fucking time we play a good team away, we lose.
Yeah, we need to be better than that. We need to get at least a draw out of this.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. We need to get at least a shot out of this. I'd take a shot on target at
Yeah,
this
because
point.
like you said, that one from Anthony was fucking... doesn't really count.
No.
Yeah. Oh, be careful now.
Every second ball, though, we don't win.
I
No
know.
50-50
I know.
challenges. Second ball. I hate international break because United never come back.
No,
well,
we
do
don't
they?
do it.
I don't think losing this game is a disaster for Man United, by the way. I think you've got... Do you have a game in hand on Spurs?
Yeah.
And Spurs are capitulating. Obviously, a draw would be good to keep us behind you for now, but Newcastle aren't going to finish above United.
We've got to
at the
go
end.
to Spurs.
Yeah. Did you not beat them?
No, we
beat
beat them
them
at Old
at
Trafford.
yeah,
It's probably
yeah.
one of the best performances certainly one of the best nights I've had at Old Trafford in recent memory. But
Go
yeah, it's just it concerns me like our away form.
That's poor from
That's
Newcastle.
better.
as
Come on,
well.
create something. Come on,
Nice. Good
Martial.
pass, that.
Do something here, son.
Little Sancho. No,
Our ball.
not very good, Sancho.
Well done, ref.
Fuck's sake. The ball is going to be out of play so much now between the end of, now and the end
You
of the
can't
game.
blame them.
No. I'm not blaming them. But we're going to see so much of this. Close-up shots of Kieran Trippier
Yeah.
waiting to take a free kick or a throw-in.
Oh, well done. Oh.
Nice.
Fucking wake up,
Fucking
man!
hell.
Jesus Christ, Bruno. So we are.
No one shouted him as well, did they?
No, well,
They shouldn't be fucking dilly-dallying around there.
Oh,
Well done,
no
Varane.
man on. Oh. Unlucky.
Inside, yeah.
Right, turn.
He can spray one.
Hold on, Martial. Good hold up play, that.
There's
nice,
two on
isn't
that
it?
side.
Come on now.
Oh.
Good dummy that one. It
was.
Oh.
Still not a fucking shot on target.
That was good play though, because
He's unlucky. He dropped his shoulder there. Thought he was away.
Dan Burn had 2 players to deal with there.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's a good block.
it was a good block. Oh, hey. No.
Varane.
This must be two matches and then 72 minutes of not scoring in a Premier League game for you lot now. There's Liverpool, Southampton and this.
Yeah.
Struggling to make chances at the minute.
I know, because Rashford's not looking as good.
We haven't got anyone else, have we?
No.
It's either him or no. Probably no one.
Yeah.
Was always coming to this.
That's
junction,
awful
wasn't it,
from
really?
Sancho there. What the fuck is
Fucking
that?
hell.
It's a 5-yard pass.
Crap from Gordon.
Yeah, luckily.
Elbow.
Wake up, man.
I know, we look so slow.
This
again.
is not fucking helping us.
No.
Bit
Should be
sluggish.
giving that early. I wouldn't mind that. When it was 0-0, we were playing with the urgency like we
I
fucking.
know, yeah,
and
yeah,
now it's
now
1-0
1-0
down.
down.
We're playing like we're 3-0 up.
What's that?
And like just giving it away needlessly.
That's good. It's a really good pass, that. Good run from McTominay. Go on again.
Rough.
Oh,
Go on, Scott.
Brilliant from McTominay.
I thought that was going into Marcus's head then. Hey.
It's class from
That was
McTominay.
really good, McTominay. Great run down the line to find the space in the first place, and then good run, good cross as well.
I didn't know he was so quick because Willock's a really fast midfielder.
Yeah.
And Willock just, McTominay burnt him there.
Once he gets going, it's quick.
Yeah.
Corner to United. Big team though, Newcastle, aren't they?
Come on.
Yeah, we concede corners a fair few
Do you?
times. Yeah. We don't concede many goals, but corners is a bit of an Achilles heel. Oh,
McTominay holding his hamstring as well. It's good news.
Bruno.
That's nice. That
Over there.
Varane across. Oh.
And Pope catches.
Needed to come
Better at
down.
least.
Unlucky.
It's a good cross that from Fernandes.
Oh, dearie me. This is horrible.
Oh, come on.
Fucking get up.
Yeah. Gordon 1-on-1 with Martinez. Gets the ball into the back post.
Oh, my
Yeah.
God.
Couldn't do anything else there, Dallo.
Would you rather even go for the second one or just try and shut up shop?
You see, with Newcastle, they always try and go for the second. That's like Eddie Howe's thing. Just to keep going because you don't want to get in that mentality of sitting back. But if I was the manager, I'd just sit back because I'm super negative.
Yeah, on the line now.
Oh, God.
It's a good cross.
But the play, you know what, Scotty? Newcastle playing well. United aren't making many chances. Keep doing what you're doing, I guess, is the probably the logic there. If it backfires, oh well. One of them.
Corner to Newcastle. Keeper.
What?
Where the fuck is...
Oh my God! What happened there? And you're
Come on,
breaking now.
break.
Oh, just foul them.
Send him.
Just foul them.
Fucking
Oh,
send
it's
him.
heavy touch that. Got away with that one
lucky.
there.
That is so lucky, man. Still going.
Great cross.
Oh
Oh
my
Been a
God!
great time to score there.
What happened at the
Fuck's
fucking
sake.
corner there?
Did
Hit
De
the bar
Gea was
on the
like
post.
behind the goal? Did it hit the woodwork or did De Gea save it?
I don't know. I think it looked like it hit the crossbar, but...
Yeah, just looked like chaos.
What's happening? Oh.
What happened there? De Gea is just
He's
lost.
all over the place.
Oh, what a save!
He saved
He
that.
saved it.
Saves it. To be fair to the kid.
Slagging him off.
One
He
of the
does look
least
lost.
organised saves.
Oh,
Can't knock him for saving it.
Somehow he's facing
What
the
a
wrong
stop.
way, but that is a fantastic
What a
save.
stop.
It's a great save.
he does look lost in these situations, but that's what he does best.
It's his
isn't
own
it?
man that kicks him in the
Yeah.
head.
Yeah, it is. Luckily.
What a save.
It's a great save.
Wow. Summarised to here in
Oh no,
a
it's Bruno that
second,
kicks
eh?
him in the head.
Oh, is it? I thought it was his own man.
Oh, it's a pen then. Lovely. Aye.
I hope so.
Fuck him off the pitch.
Yeah, he's fucking right on the line now, isn't he?
Why is he checking if it's bleeding? He's been down for 2 minutes already, like he don't know.
There. Loves that Gary Neville.
It's just shit.
It's just
annoying,
simple,
isn't it?
Fucking shit all
Yeah.
round.
Yeah, it's just simple.
It
isn't
is. No one fucking there.
The ball watching.
No one marking him. The keeper's out of the line. There's no
Yeah.
one there.
No man's land here, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's not challenging.
That's what
the
annoyed me
attacker,
about it.
And
That's
he's not.
why
He's not in the centre of his
Initially,
goal.
it annoyed me because I thought you just fucking just took yourself out of the equation.
Yeah.
But one of those three, Sabitzer, Verano.
Yeah, it's
Martinez
not.
has
It's
to
not
be
all
picked.
on
Name
him.
Willock.
Yeah.
Dallow as
It
well.
was
wasn't
just
it, both?
fucking.
Yeah.
Everyone was shit at the same time.
Yeah.
Do you think it's safe to say the Fernandes, McTominay and Sabitzer midfield doesn't work from this? Or
Certainly
I
hasn't been
wouldn't
today.
write off just yet. I think it's early doors, and this is a very good team. Like it might work if you know Brentford at home, you might get away with it. Do you know what I mean? But I don't think it's one for. Any
Oh, for fuck's
fucking
sake.
hell!
Come on, fuck.
This is what I mean.
Martial's like, he sees him do it and then he's
Just
jogging.
fucking just jogs.
He doesn't want to get hurt, does he? He's so
No.
shit in it that he might get a stud in the shin. That he don't do anything. You got to close him
he
down
looks
faster
so
than that.
jaded, like physically. There's nothing in him at all, and he sort of zip.
We look
I
knackered.
feel like we're running. I don't want to be melodramatic, but it does feel like we're running out of steam.
Martial shouldn't be running out of steam though. He hasn't run.
I know.
Should be full of steam.
But you felt it, didn't you?
Yeah.
Like over the last few weeks, you felt like.
Yeah, but you thought with the international break, some of them haven't gone.
Look, you see this here. Nothing's really happened. But for the last 5 minutes, there's been no football played.
No.
Yeah.
Like, he went down, then there was like a little bobble, the ball got booted up in the air, now having a substitution. Just the game is being drained away, isn't it?
And that's the Newcastle way.
Yeah, exactly.
Have we got 9 games this month?
Yeah.
Yeah, just a 9. It's a good pass, that.
Good way to
Keep
start
it.
the month.
Move out of the fucking way, ref.
He's always been clattered by the time he passes it in Martial,
Yeah.
because he takes every second available to him.
Oh, that's a stat for you. Joint most goals scored after the 76th minute.
Fucking need
Yeah,
one.
for
We need a
United.
goal.
Sabitzer just free. He was.
Yeah. It's nice. But where's he going to go now?
Oh, come on.
See what I mean?
Oh,
Fucking joke.
Here we go.
Fred and Palestri.
it's
Might
good
as well.
Palestri. I like
Who's
Palestri.
that for? Sabitzer and.
Sancho.
I don't think Fernandes has had a good game.
No,
At
I
all.
don't think he'll take him off though.
Who has had a good game? Anthony.
Yeah,
He's
Anthony
gonna
on
suck him
60
off.
minutes.
He axed him.
Yeah.
Yeah, shame that for Anthony.
Fuck me.
Oh, how's Willock
Well
still
done.
got energy to do that? Tight
Oh, come
Offside.
on.
Lucky that he didn't
Yeah.
let that through then, because he was well off. It's a great pass, Bruno.
What
What a
Great
touch.
touch as well, Martial.
Oh, that was in.
I was going to drop in then.
was
I
in.
did.
Oh.
Oh, I was having kittens.
Even if you get beat 2-1 now, how
I think
disappointed
I'd
are you
cry.
gonna be?
Especially if like Steve
That's a
McLaren
fan.
runs down the touchline giving it up.
Yeah.
Like that there is a fantastic pass by Bruno.
That's
by
the
way.
thing. That's what
Like,
he's
that
always
is
got.
unreal, that.
He's always got that in him, hasn't he?
Yeah,
Can be having a
great
bit of a
first
stinker
touch.
and then pull out something like that.
Oh, that was horrible. That.
Corner.
See the difference with Martial up front?
Yeah.
It's just a shame he's fucking... Oh, look at this. Here we go.
It is genuinely a piss take, this.
Yeah. We get your subs on.
3 subs.
So many for Fred.
Lindelof for someone. Who's he on for?
No, that's Palestri.
Palestri, that.
No, but Lindelof's behind
Lindelof
him.
behind
is
him.
it?
I don't
Fucking
know what
hell.
Lindelof looks like. No, that's Palestri. Oh, is it?
We both said that.
I thought that's what he was saying. I didn't even see Lindelof there. I thought, right.
5'5".
Yeah, sorry.
No, it's alright.
Does look a bit Lindelof.
Is it Martinez?
I think they got similar-ish heads.
He could be up there for one of the best looking players, Lindelof.
Do you think?
Yeah. Good looking chap. Martinez off. Ah, you're just going long ball now, aren't you?
I hope that's not an
Stick
injury.
Lindelof up top.
Just hope it's not an injury.
Oh, my heart's going.
Varane.
Both off. So what's the situation here then?
So has he gone 3
Luke Shaw left back.
Has he gone 3 at the back?
at the back?
Going for it.
Right, it's fucking taking ages, this.
Oh, come on.
79 minutes it was when we got that corner.
Yeah.
He plays next week, I can guarantee it.
Oh, yeah.
Johnny Hamstring here. Taking 4 minutes to come off.
If that was me, I'd and then start legging it once you're off the pitch.
Sprinting down the touchline
Yeah.
into the dressing room. I mean, there's barely been any football played since the 70th minute, has there?
I feel sick.
Corner to United still.
What a joke. Just fucking 5 minutes just gone.
Lindelof.
Oh.
I feel like if that's Casemiro, that's a good chance there.
Yeah.
Because it's Lindelof and you just don't expect him to score.
Oh, him shouting. The butcher.
Martinez is punching a chair.
Don't worry, Jack Butland will calm him down.
Fuck off, Eddie Howe, you fucking dickhead.
Oh, man on.
Oh, fucking hell.
Another Newcastle attacking here.
Oh, just pass it, Elliot. Oh, God.
Well done.
Oh, what a
Not
tackle.
very well done.
He's offside, though, I think, Anderson.
Oh my god.
Oh, play on.
Fucking shambolic.
Oh,
Letting Anthony Gordon win that.
yeah, Shaw should be all over that.
Luke Shaw
Win
there.
that there, just Sancho, Jesus. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh, well done, Fred. Was well read.
Who's going to go down now for Newcastle, do we think?
Oh. Oh, hey.
Pains me to say it, but Newcastle won it more.
Yeah.
They're winning
Oh,
all
they
the
definitely
50-50s.
deserve to win.
They
Oh,
do.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, we're just fucking shithousing out of
hope-
too many challenges here.
Yeah.
Letting them get there first. Get fucking stuck in.
Handball, maybe?
We're playing like we've got a lot of games left this season. Still plenty of games left to score.
Oh, away.
Jesus Christ.
Ah.
It's like we're holding something back, innit?
Yeah, like, you're right, it's just like, there's a ball there to run. Nah, fuck that.
Quarter
Let them
final
have,
next
let them
week.
have it.
Yeah, I want to be all right for Thursday.
Oh my god, we can't even get out of our own fucking half. This is ridiculous.
Don't hold it in the corner. We're not like that.
You are.
Oh, we'll have the foul though.
Are you serious?
He's going down before the tackle. Oh,
That was soft.
how has that possibly injured you?
That was soft.
He's literally falling over before the tackle even comes in.
I don't like that we're bringing all the defenders up to put the ball in. Like, can we just not do that, please? Play it short.
I can't imagine the scoring on the counter attack, to be honest. Not doing anything.
Problem with Newcastle, we do this. Like at Anfield, it was 1-1 and we put everyone forward for a set piece. And then we got countered.
Come on.
Yeah! Fucking hell. So easy. So fucking easy.
Ridiculous, that. It's easy as well when you know their goalkeeper's never coming out to claim anything, isn't it? That's inside the 6-yard box in the centre of the goal, that. I need to see it again, but fucking hell. How is no one marking him, and where's De Gea?
Isn't that his first goal in about fucking 6 years?
Yeah, well, hasn't scored since the World Cup, Drew. Played really well to get there, then stopped after that. His first one.
We can't score goals and we concede too many. It's fucking great.
Oh.
That's fucking ridiculous.
Oh, he didn't push Rashford, did he?
He did push him, yeah.
It's not going to get penalised, is he?
Well, of course it won't. It's not.
Nothing in it.
Lindelof should be the wrong side of him there.
Yeah.
What the fuck? You're the centre defence.
Varane deals
Just
with that.
all of them shit, wasn't it?
He does. Varane deals with
Varane deals with
Rashford
that.
gets pushed away too easy. Lindelof doesn't get goal side of him. De Gea's rooted to his line even though the ball's been headed 5 yards out in the centre of the goal. Just all three of them just doing fuck all in it.
You know, like...
I don't know why Rashford's there. If he's not going to challenge, why are you there?
We've been bringing this on though, bringing on all this pressure.
Yeah.
In this little fucking area here, the left back position. Fucking about like this again.
Getting the ball there.
You've not
Like-
looked that arsed.
You look shit.
Fucking get stuck in.
You've nailed it there, Ethan.
yeah.
That's exactly it. They don't look that arsed at all.
It's passive, isn't it?
Well done, Pillistri.
Look at Newcastle flying in. United just...
You've wanted it from the first
You
minute.
look
And
more
you
like
just,
to get a third than us to get one back.
Yeah, I think you're right.
You might get it here, look.
Oh, lucky. Go on, lads.
Just getting fucking turned over again here.
Not deserved it at all. We have been absolutely awful. I thought we'd improve second half. First 20 minutes looked a bit better, but... Yeah. Nowhere near.
It's not worth his gamble either, has it?
No.
With the whole
We hadn't touched the ball.
taking the, well, any of the subs.
No.
Other
We've
than
not-
Martial
we've barely touched
for
the ball. As soon as they
Weghorst.
got their goal, you knew it was a disaster because they're so good at just... Like, I bet since the 65th minute, whenever they're going in, there's been about 9 or 10 minutes of the ball in play, if that. They've done such a good job of injuries and I'm going to go down
that's
for a
dangerous.
minute. This, that and the other.
What are you doing there?
Get there.
What is that? It's another fucking... It's not as bad, but it's another Anfield
5 minutes.
situation.
How
Has
is
it
there
5 minutes? Like...
The thing is, the Liverpool game with 7-0 was embarrassing, but it was a comedy of errors, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And everything, like me and Joe were saying before, everything clicked for Liverpool. This has just been so passive and lack of any sort of fucking
Just getting battered by
fight
Newcastle.
from day one.
21 shots to United 6.
Been shit. I don't understand. I don't expect us to get back in the game if there was 20 minutes. But I don't understand how there's only 5 minutes of stoppage time. Like, there's been 2 goals. And, what was it? Willock was down for 2 minutes.
Share with his head.
Shaw was down for 2 minutes. Like, just go with it.
Because you
Go
counted
on,
3
Marcus.
minutes. for one of
Fucking
the
drive
subs,
at him,
didn't you?
lad.
That's fucking...
What is that? No one's getting to that, man.
What was
There's no
that?
one giving him a look of contempt. He's never going to get there. If anything, just put your fucking foot through it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You've got nothing to lose.
Who's next?
Brentford on Wednesday. I think. Is it Wednesday?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
I
Wednesday.
mean, you know, it's a good opportunity to get back on track, but fuck me, we need to turn up because Brentford are no monks.
They've not scored for 3
Yeah,
games.
they're great. They're good. They're really good.
I know.
It's just like
Honestly, it's
just-
almost
you just
like I'm not
forget
arsed
it
in
now.
it. I hate saying that about
Yeah,
players
no, it is.
because
No,
No.
that wasn't a foul.
it's it's a bad insult, but it is. It's just like fuck this game's lost anyway. Fuck it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't think anyone's really up for it.
If you're Anthony, you must be fuming on the bench there because
Yeah.
from the off, he was the only one that anything was going for.
I don't get that.
Our
Yeah.
best player went off and only played.
Like we've seen that
No.
United's goals from subs is one of the most in the league. So I'm not saying Ten Hag is bad with subs. I think it's very rare he makes mistakes.
Yeah.
But bringing off our best player, I think was a mistake. Yeah, and especially when you see what Sancho's done in his plays, absolutely
Fucking bomb.
Yeah,
Just not been at it at all.
No.
Like some nice little glimpses, but
that's it.
this little thing here in the bottom left.
Yeah, the ball's been like wedged in there.
Yeah,
for
and
the last 20
Sancho's had a
minutes.
couple of opportunities to win it, and he's just not done.
No. Massive win for top four. That.
Fucking shit.
Hugo Brothers on goal difference now.
Yeah,
isn't it?
Newcastle into third.
Our goal difference is
Well, they're plus
unreal.
22. We'll be plus 4 now. Plus 4.
Aye.
Proper Tottenham.
If
numbers,
you
that.
look if you look at Newcastle's team compared to United's on goal score, we should be scoring. Even though we do rely on Rashford, our team should be scoring a shitload more goals.
Yeah. That's a
Fucking
shit
hell,
pass,
Fred,
that.
what is that?
That is an awful pass.
It's 4 yards.
There's been so many of them. Absolutely,
saying,
so many of them.
United away at the top 9 teams, lost 4-0 at Brentford, 6-3 at City, 3-1 at Villa, 3-2 at Arsenal, and fucking
7-0 at Anfield.
yeah, unreal.
Yeah.
Fucking David Moyes type fucking form.
Yeah, another hit.
What do you put that down to?
Good question.
So there's been so much focus on the form at Old Trafford. We've almost gone like, yeah, let's just
I
relax
think a big element of it is our heads do drop.
Yeah, we've still got that.
City away is the only one where I'd say there was a little bit of fight,
But
even though the game was already done.
That was
Yeah.
more
There
down
was
to I think
full-
that's because City.
Yeah,
sort
City
of-
gave up, didn't they? Not
Yeah.
gave up, but
the
sat
heads
back.
dropped at 2-0 against City though.
Yeah, but you know, you look at
Well,
Brentford, our
that's
heads
it.
dropped. Fucking the Scousers, it just couldn't have gone any worse. And against Arsenal, we fell off a cliff after the 75th minute.
Yeah.
I wonder how many of them that Casemiro played.
We didn't play Arsenal. He didn't play
didn't play
Brentford.
City.
He didn't. He played against Liverpool and all that.
He didn't play City, did he? 'Cause he
No,
No, didn't play this. Our win ratio without him is
you
horrendous.
can't. That's the thing, though. You can't. We can't like.
No.
You know, Casemiro don't play, so we got beat again.
Put your top on.
I love it when the Geordies take the tops off. It's well funny.
Yeah, it's bad, isn't it? Like, I know obviously City struggle without De Bruyne or Liverpool struggle without Salah. I get that, but it genuinely feels like we're going to lose every game he doesn't play. That's really not very good, is it?
Not when he's missed 8, or he will have missed 8.
Yeah, and also
Can't
that's
afford
without
to lose,
injuries.
you know.
Imagine he gets injured.
Yeah.
Imagine he leaves. Imagine he gets shit.
Well, the
Like,
problem
imagine
is
he's not as good.
He's
like,
30 now, though, isn't he?
31.
31.
now,
So that's what I
yeah.
mean. So we can't. What we're going to get?
we need another midfielder.
Another centre striker.
Yeah. I know we knew we were off it as well, but it's just, this is a team that's like, we should be better than. Well, certainly we shouldn't be. We've been dominated today. If we're honest with ourselves,
Yeah.
we've been battered by
Oh, no
Newcastle
argument
today.
at all.
Like, we've barely created anything.
You know,
and
when
they
you're
should have
talking
scored
about
5.
certain players who, you know, is Willock, is Longstaff, is Murphy that good, they're all up for it.
Yeah.
They're all up for it.
There you go.
The only one I
Full-time.
thought who's proper been up for it, one who was up for it was McTominay.
Yeah. Yeah, full time, Newcastle 2, United 0. Awful result for United. I'm not going to give you too much time, Ethan, because quite frankly, I don't want to. But
Understood.
as a
Drew.
Newcastle fan, buzzing.
Yeah, I'm buzzing. Obviously, I feel bad for you guys. Obviously, I like the atmosphere here being good. But obviously, yeah, in terms of Newcastle and their season, good third. Wow, what heights that were. Didn't expect that. So it's nice.
If anyone is looking for a producer or a videographer, there's one who's looking for work. Yeah. He's all right. He's a good lad. He's a good worker, but he don't work here anymore.
Thanks, Jay. Appreciate it.
Jay Frasconi says, everyone must see surely that Martial is an empty jersey. Everyone wants the concept of Martial, but he gives no effort whatsoever. He has to be moved this summer, and we have to stop the Sahar comparison. The only comparison is that he's injured a lot and he's French.
I like Jay Frasconi. He's a big supporter of the channel. Martial wasn't on my radar after that. I'm not going to lie to you.
No.
I think there's about 8 other players I'd be firing shots at. I get it though. And I said this after the Liverpool game. I like Wout Weghorst. He's a good kid. But you can't rely on a player who doesn't score any league goals to lead your line. You just can't do that. Not for these games. You might get away with it Leicester at home.
Yeah.
And it's not all on him because obviously there's another 10 players who weren't good today. But it is telling because you look at Alexander Isaac, the difference he makes, having someone like that up front who creates, who just brings others in, who can score. I know he didn't score today, but he didn't score, did he? Didn't score, no. But he can score goals. And you've got Weghorst, and then you've got Martial, who's always injured. It's just not good enough. No. We're so reliant on Marcus Rashford, it's just embarrassing. And 3 games without a goal, I mean, it feels like Louis van Gaal era, doesn't it?
Yeah. If you're watching and you remember, click the link in the description, in the comments, and there's a player ratings site that we're using for the review, and we'll go through that in the post-match review in a few minutes. So go on there, click on that, log in, use the code that you can find in the community section to join the Stretford Paddock section in there. Put your player ratings in and we'll go through that in the post-match review in just a few minutes. Thank you, Scotty, for coming on. Thank you, Jay, for making it from the markets to get here.
Well, from looking after the kids while she was at the markets, but no, thank you for having me. And we're going to do it live now. Me and you do the review,
We'll be back for the review in a few minutes.
And then we'll hear from Andy
Taylor. Thanks, Drew.
Shame that, the result went the way it did, but that's the risk we took by having you here. Hit subscribe to the channel if you haven't already.
I didn't want you here, but you're here now, so, well done. Welcome.
See you in a bit.